YouTube start. There we go. Should work. Okay. Looks like it's working. Oh, wait for that to load. Oh, okay, we're good. We look fine. Okay, we're good. So close that. Now let's pull up the stream. Hello, Klein! Yeah, how you doing? We're gonna be finishing Intervallo today, 2 today. Sunday's stream didn't go great because my computer completely crashed and I couldn't turn it on for a while. So hopefully today's stream goes better. There we go. Oh, neat. Yeah, I literally just started stream. Like, look at the timer. It's like 1 minute. Okay, there we go. There we go. Ooh. Okay. Just posting stuff at the whatever it is. Let's find everything. I think that's everywhere. No, just check over here first. Da-da-da, ba-da-ba-da. Da-da-da. Huh. That's interesting. Whatever. I think that's everything. Yep, good enough. Yeah. So, before I start and continue the whatchamacallit, just the intervallo and finish it up. First, I'm going to do a disperse because I want to pick up someone I noticed a while ago. Hello, Blade Lineage Mentor Merceau. That's Bamboo-Hatted Kim. We're not placing our stone here then. Oh, no, wait for it. Is that go? That's a go board, yeah. That looks kind of weird. It's not a bamboo hat, so it feels wrong. No, I haven't been looking at previews. We're not placing our stone here then, Then the tides drive us to resign. There we go. Pick up Blade Lineage Merceau. And that is going to go in the boys team. So over here, Blade Lineage Mentor. There we go. And don't think there's anything else. There's those, but should I use this right now or should I wait for more? Hey, Kos! Oh, Merceau's getting a seasonal ID next week. Neat. Yeah. Should I use this ticket now or should I save it until more IDs are out? Because I'm thinking that's probably what I should do. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait then. Yeah. We are hopefully gonna finish Intervallo 2 today. Because we only have one left. We converted the bus almost completely. And now it's time for the last scrap. Let's go back up to Team 1. Everyone's selected. Let's go. Oh, nope, 7. Okay. Gregor, you'll go. Actually, no. Sync Association. Sync Association. I like her more. Yeah, it's time to turn sinners into lizard. All the sinners, save for Ishmael, gather to behold the finished product. Oh, do I behold with mine eyes the transformed bus? Would one call this a bus boat or a boat bus? I think I'll go with bus boat. But where did the wheels go? We'll need them again once we're done with U-Corp's district. a needless concern. Of course it has been modified to be amphibious, with both a boat form and a bus form. It's a transformer. Bus in disguise. What is this? Some kind of magic bus? The myriad of possibilities Mephistopheles holds means it has always been capable of various functions. Hasn't Faust expounded upon this detail once? Now, that's enough of that. Let's start it up. As Mika fiddled with its controls, the bus boat, shuddered awake. Yes. The bus does eat people. It's how it's fueled. Huh? And sputtered off with the odd screeching noise we heard earlier. I think we're missing something. Maybe it's the forum Trisomongo fire that's messing up? Yeah, I thought my eardrums were going to burst. What could possibly be causing that noise? Mika, I think it's that one part that we had to make do with what we had. What was that? Did you just say make do? We didn't have a choice. There weren't enough parts in stock. There's this one thing that was supposed to be irreplaceable, but the problem is... This wasn't the sound of its engine, was it? It's the gigantic... Oh, this is Faust, never mind. It's the gigantic mutant crab we've encountered before. It's headed this way. It is likely drawn here by the same clamor as before. That's good news. Hi, Olga. That big boy has the exact part we're missing on its back, don't it? It does, I guess. Big sis, are you really? I am, really. It's that one expensive and tricky to manufacture part, isn't it? Don't you remember the way it killed the employees of other boat workshops? Well, that's because it crashed into us, not because we were hunting the bastard for parts. But now, I have these lads and lassies to help us. Besides, it killed the people that helped us start Moeller Boatworks from our bum days, didn't it? Looks like this is just the time to give it a right smashing down its noggin. And makes me some more wine out of its brain juice, too! Big sis? Can we get some, too? What do you mean, we? This King Trash Crab is supposed to be a few years old, so it has to be the same one from earlier. Anyway, all we need to do is catch and kill that prick, innit? Right on! You heard her, Clockface! Finally, something I can help with. All this interpersonal stuff was very hard to deal with. Ishmael and Heathcliff, just them going at a row. I don't know how to deal with this, but ordering the sinners to fight something? I can deal with that. Heathcliff turned to me, visibly eager to go up and crush himself. Ishmael, why are you like this? Let's not. Isn't this better for us? Ishmael? Gee, Ishi, where have you been all this time? I was making preparations for survival on the Great Lake, obviously. The least I can do is make an exhaustive guide on what whales you can study up on, right? You know I don't read that kind of stuff. Then I'll keep reminding you until you have no choice but to read it. Ishmael is currently obsessed with not going back to the lake because she does not think we are ready. See, manager? We still need more time. There's so much more to prepare. That King Trash Crab can be repelled, can't it? Then let's do that and finish modifying the bus later, with more time on our hands. Ishmael, I'm not sure. My lack of memory doesn't help, of course, but I don't get what you're so scared of, or what we're supposed to be preparing for. As much as I want to respect your opinions and reflect them, I don't think this is the best for all of us, so... There is no all of us. Huh? Let's be honest here. Is any one of us devoting themselves for the sake of this all of us? We all signed a contract with Limbus Company for our own goals. I did, Isang did, as we saw last time, and all the other sinners did. Aren't we only in this together to achieve our personal aims? And you, too. You're forcing yourself to look for those golden bows. Things you've probably never heard of, for once in your life, just so you can get your memories back. You have a more selfish motive than anyone else here, so why do you pretend like you're doing anything for all of us? Because I have no other choice. I didn't sign a contract. They just came up to me and said, you're working here. And it felt like there wasn't any other option, because otherwise, if you guys hadn't shown up then, those purple people probably would have killed me. I'm doing this because you guys saved me. And because, other than this, I don't have any reason to live. So why wouldn't I help you? How dare you raise your voice against... Enough. Virgilius, who seemed to have been discreetly listening in on our conversation, joined as though he'd been a part of it from the start. Ishmael. I believe I made myself clear during our meeting. The contract comes first. The contract, huh? Sure, this is a company I'm working for. Of course it does. Ishmael glared at me with a face unlike anything she'd shown before. I sensed clear hostility in her eyes. Fine. I'll abide by the oh-so-honorable contract, manager. Give me your orders, and I'll follow them. So, if there's anything you want from me from now on, state it. Clearly. I won't get out of line by providing unsolicited help or explanations anymore. What are we waiting for? Weren't you going to order us to go kill that giant crustacean? I'll gladly obey it, as it is stipulated in the contract, Manager Dante. After Ishmael finished speaking, she blankly stared at me as if awaiting my order. To which I could only reply with, let's go. If you want to do this, okay. As soon as I finished, Ishmael turned around and left the shop as if on cue. All I could do was lead the other sinners and follow her. Just then, I heard vicious sounds of crashing waves and roars of an all-crushing storm. Visions of destruction passed before me. Limbs and bits of flesh tear off in the shredding storm that brings crashing waves. Ishmael clings to the ship for dear life. Looks like I'm seeing into her past? All of a sudden? Okay. Looks like maybe I've absorbed enough golden... Well, not resonated with enough golden boughs to take on their properties myself. So I see Ishmael's memories or emotions when she's this broken up. And a behemoth of an eye, its overwhelming and all-consuming size looming over the ship, watches her in silence. Perhaps this could be a clue to Ishmael's perplexing behavior. Fun fact, according to Kos, fun fact, she is right. I mean, I would probably respect what she's been telling us if she actually explained anything instead of complaining the entire time. But she's only complaining. She isn't helping. Like, she hasn't said what the hell a whale is. She didn't explain jack. So, I'm not feeling any that much sympathy. Let's see. That's the weakest one. 4 to 10. So, actually, no, that's the weakest one. Yeah, that is minus 67. Right. Skill effects. 3 to 9. That's the weakest to this. The Guaz. So let's feed that foaming. And we want concentration. We want to build up charge. Let's go for shell tackle. Then Fajin probably won't beat foaming, but Punition has a higher chance. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Ishmael. This will do with that one. Then I'll send more against the Cannoneer crabs. Wait, actually, do I have... I don't have that one clashed with. Which one are you... I do have you clashed with, okay. So, I'll send one against you, and then another against you. Grab that guard. Okay, go for it. Yeah, just read the manual is what she would say. Healthy communication skills beyond route routing. What's that? Yeah, those don't exist in the city. Please, Honglu, get the heads. Yes! A 4-2 sinking. Pretty decent. Bajin. Good. You win. Let me check something while this is going on. Sound mixer options. God damn it, it automatically adjusted again. There we go, fixed that. I thought it sounded a little less mild than usual, and I was right. There we go. Okay, you are targeting back. Ishmael, I want you to build up assist defense. Like assist defense, when an ally is about to does not go for allies here. Pull that up. Okay, here it is. I want the defense here. Assist defense, unopposed attack, and use the skill to activate. Gain 1 assist defense. There we go. Let's just go for it again. You will be the counter. 1. Wait. Yeah, you'll. Religious Crab Dust. These things. Well, that's a counter skill. Okay, you don't want to attack them. You want to leave them alone. Flashback. Here's the only unopposed. It shall be done. Gain back to this defense. And hopefully, it should trigger. Here's the flame song goes through. It triggers even on a class win? Oh, that's amazing. Heal turn, 1, 2, dead. Otis, take care of the heart. Yep, okay, it went through, good. We want the stack. Why won't it give me Tianju Starblade? It should give me Tianju Starblade, right? Because when assist defense goes off, consume attack, and you use the unique skill to activate for defense. Then Tianju Starblade should, doesn't say how to gain it there, but Flashable Guard at 10. How can I get the Tianju Starblade then? Why can't I trigger it? Is it in the skill? It should be. I activated the assist defense. Why didn't I gain Tianju Starblade? What? No, it's also when activating assist defense effect. But it just didn't. Wait, assist defense effect. Effect. Where's the effect on this? There is no effect on this. I'll just... We want more charge. Energy strike. 1, 2, 3. Redirect that. Redirect that. Redirect that. Redirect that. You just go for that. Okay. Oh, I don't have the 5 gluttony resource yet. That's why. Thank you. That's probably why. The passive hasn't activated yet, so I can't gain Tianju Star. Yeah. Also, welcome, Didn't 682. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, oops! I did not want to do. I did not want her to retreat. That was on accident. Damn it! Wait, I have the Faust. I have everything for Faust now, so I can ignore both of these two. Just one. It can only trigger once per turn, right? Can it? How many times can it trigger? Consume 1 stack, and there are multiple allies. Whatever, I'll try it. So both of those go off on Faust. 1, 2. I'll set more on. Go. Grab the A-Res back. Grab the Bard back. And you are still flashing. That should be good. And now, if I know how to do this right, it should trigger against multiple. Because I have 2 assist defense. So, if correct, the assist defense should trigger twice. Unless it's limited by turn. It may only go off once per turn. It is possible. So, 1, 2, one dead. Okay, triggered once. Triggered once, that's good. Triggered. Did it trigger twice? It triggered twice. Neat. The Dark Wood of Air. Okay, we're good. Do we have 11 Tianju Starblade? Nice. Let's just do that. Let's break them wide open. Actually, I'm going to only flashable guard these. Because I want the people who need SP to get it now. There we go. And Dawn does not need SP. Dawn will just kill this. Sinclair, please guard. No promotion. Full stagger. You want her to have a entertaining duel with you. Right? Good job. Card count 14. And you just need to finish off this last one. Nice. Who needs the flash most? You do. And you can't grab it. Okay. So I'll just do clean steps. The rest I'll just do defensive skills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and spot res. Well, yes, but doing win rate is kind of boring. Go. Dead. It's the King Trash Crab, and he is attack weight 5. Oh, great. Attack while this has shield HP, so 7 back. No, this is the story. I'm doing story right now. Shell attack. Let's beat it with Graceless Psychic Sound. And then... Oh, actually, it's gonna activate Cloud Spinning at the end of the stage. It's not gonna activate Graceless Psychic Sound. No. That's probably better. Oh, and I can activate the Mind Whip on this. Actually, Brutal Pummeling, Assist Defense is going to activate this now, so I can just focus on damage. Nope. And pass my lord for the first one. And then Taisho, Ascendant Taisho Mao. 2, 3, 4. That's a crit. Nice. Heal turn. This is Intervalo 2. Intervalo 2 C. the final level of it before we begin Kanto 5. Okay, let's keep this wide open. Oh, 2 of them activated. Neat. 1, 2, 3. Is he dead yet? Almost. Yep, 117 health left. Are we gonna one-turn this? Not yet. Oh, Memorial Enactment. We might. We did. We one-turned it. All that build-up. All that build-up, and we one-turned it. Great. According to Virgilius, the people at the boatworks have been saving up for a trip back to V-Corp's back streets, where their fixer office used to be. It's probably going to be either torn down or taken over. After experiencing a warp train malfunction, they apparently decided they'd rather take the car. Yeah, fair. I considered telling them the truth I learned from a number of identities, but I figured ignorance is bliss, and kept my figurative mouth shut. Maybe I feared that the things I said could bring bad results again. Like how Ishmael has fallen out with me. Come on, get working. Oh, we got him now. Ooh, looks like our job's done. And lucky you, the tide is in. You should be able to set off now. Now then, switch to boat mode. What the hell? Oh, it transforms thusly then. I've got to say, I have great admiration for whoever designed this vehicle. I hear stories of it, but to see it in motion firsthand. If you tried, it could most certainly change into other forms, as long as the core is intact. Are we getting like a helicopter or plane Mephistopheles? Because that would be so funny. How can such a core be real? I'm just amazed, for lack of a better term. Indeed, Faust is amazing. Alright now, get in your vehicle. You can switch the mode again once you're in the water. Aboard the now boat-shaped Mephistopheles, we forged ahead into the ever-rising waters. My relationship with Ishmael was still precarious, which was something I still wasn't sure what to do about. But since some of the sinners were also trying to be supportive towards Ishmael, I decided that it would be best if I tried to come up with a solution in the meantime. Maybe I'll find out more the further we get from the shores of the Great Lake. It's sailing all right. Does that mean we can get paid and go out for a meal now? We actually got our money a minute ago, as soon as we fulfilled our end of the contract, a delivery fixer from the Deviat Association. That's a new association, Deviat. Okay, I know 7 associations, Shi, 9, Liu, and paid us the remainder. Oh, our contractor turned out to be a pretty big deal, huh? Ah, damn, now that's a catch! How about we take a break from trash grab and splurge for some pork? Or family barbecue. Sounds good, big sis. By the way, Mika? Yes? When did we add a submersible mode to the modifications? We didn't? The ship looks like it's listening. What? Oi, get the water out, quick! Where are the buckets? I have found the hole! This must be... TD. We're off. Glub. I'll get the lifeboat. Guess we should also prepare to pony up penalty fees. We're so screwed. Amazing. Music continues. Deviat is an association focused on deliveries. Rogian and Sinclair have Deviat items. Finn! With our frantic attempts to drain the bus and Charon's skillful rowing, we managed to get back on the boatworks and have the bus repaired. With that, our voyage on the Great Lake began somehow in earnest. There we go! And now it's time for Kanto 5 to finally begin. Thank you, Faust. You are a skillful worker. Kanto 5, The Evil Defining. That is one hell of a name. What? Will I enter the first Walpurgis then? Let me grab these. Oh! There's more minis. Rooms past the back door and the first Walpurgis knocked. Okay, do you all want me to go through the minis, or do you want me to go straight to Kanto 5? Yeah, Deviant are the DoorDash of the city. This being the city, they also DoorDash bombs, and plagues, and pain. So yeah, do I do the minis, or do I start Kanto 5? Minis? Okay. Oh, also, welcome, Shady. Hopefully this stream goes much better than Sundays. Rooms past the back door. Let's see what we gonna learn this time. I hear about confirmed today's close of business for the sinners. Do we have to do that every time, Faust? It's getting a bit much. Whether we're riding the bus through a forest or navigating the bus boat over a vast lake, our daily routine changes very little.
감사합니다.
Thank you kindly. Starting now, you will all be given a maximum of 12 hours for taking sleep and rest. The duration is subject to change. Have a good night.
좋은 밤 되시게.
The usual hubbub, followed by the usual leisurely idleness. I guess I'm not the only one starting to enjoy these normal routine days. It wasn't by our choice, though. By now, I thought we'd be sailing vigorously across the waters towards the Lobotomy Corp branch located somewhere within U-Corp. But here we are, unable to leave the coastal side of the Great Lake, dawdling and twiddling our thumbs. Ishmael's probably happy. Well, it's not like there's been an accident. While Faust didn't elaborate, she explained that we had to wait for now. If I were to hazard a guess, we were waiting here to complete some kind of entry procedure, like we did at K-Corp. Either that, or waiting for someone, probably the 4 team, to get in touch with us. Which brings us here, surrounded by nothing but endless water. The sinners chattered about inane subjects before complaining about this immense boredom. But deep down, we were all exhausted from the unending onslaught of physically and emotionally draining happenings. Deep down, we all knew these leisurely days would not last. So we each elected to enjoy this brief maritime respite in our own ways. Is he saying throwing up over the boat? If thou needest mine assistance, as I have repeatedly made myself clear, I am quite alright. Thy countenance returning the contents within thy stomach to the lake with such vigor saith otherwise. Except for Yi Sang, who had a surprisingly low tolerance for seasickness. This voyage was proving to be rather uneventful. Yi Sang, the day's over. You can go back to your room now. Oh, shall I finally be freed from this suffering? Seriously, I told you that you could rest in your room if you wanted. Our fellows must also have their share of suffering. I cannot, in good faith, seek comfort only for myself. Coz, this is the city. Do you honestly think the board games are fun? You're the only one with the biggest... You're the one with the biggest share of suffering right now. And if there are board games, they're probably like Monopoly, but somehow even more soul-crushing. While I wished he'd be more reasonable with himself, I could see where he was coming from. I thought better of it than try to convince him otherwise. I instead chose to help Yi Sang to his room. I thank you, Dante. Then, until later. I waved at him and watched until he stumbled into his room and closed the door behind him. Then I shall seek myself respite as well, Manager Esquire. Yeah, rest well, Don Quixote. Don Quixote walked into the same door that Yi Sang had walked into. I get a blurry glimpse into her room over her shoulder. I couldn't get a good look at it, but it was certainly not the same room Yi Sang had walked into. I see these doors every day, but I still don't get it. I should probably be used to this by now, but it's still pretty fascinating how the rooms changed based on who opened the doors. All Coast is going to say about Dawn's Kanto is keep the environment of this one in mind and how funny it will be. The environment of this Kanto in mind for Dawn's Kanto? Kanto 5? I kind of don't get what you mean, but okay. I turned, leaving their shut door behind, ready to return to my room. What the hell is that? There's a door immediately to the right side of that demarcation of the corridor we're not allowed to cross. Within that door is a space somewhat different from the Sinner's rooms. In there were the wooden doors to my room, and the metal door leading into the Mirror Dungeons. Yep, the Mirror Dungeons are canon! The doors leading to the Luxivation Dungeon, those are also canon. And the Refraction Railway. Neat. Doors leading to the Luxivation Dungeon and the recently opened door to Refraction Railway also come into view. No new doors. Yet. For no reason in particular, I creak those doors open and take a quick peek inside to see if anything changed. This is the Luxivation, this is the Mirror Dungeon, and this is Refraction Railway, which I cannot enter. Well, I've never actually managed to catch any changes myself, but who knows? Maybe I'll notice something worth keeping to myself. Which I should probably report to Faust. Something must have caught wind of my rather mischievous thought. An ear-splitting siren blared all the way here from the other end of the bus. Blimey, what the hell is... Where is that coming from? Oh boy, this again? Me, kill, the volume. I spun around to face the other side of the corridor. The sinners, alarmed by the noise, were one by one peeking out of their rooms. What the hell caused this alarm? Because apparently Dante's been doing this for a while, so it shouldn't be him. They were used to the siren by now, but that didn't change the unpleasant fact that their sweet pirate hours were disturbed. Moment, Dante, let us observe this disturbance together. Okay. I accompanied Faust to the helm. She fiddled with a few buttons and shut off the alarm. Incomprehensible, complicated-looking letters began to fill the round screen. Is that a new room? Even Faust needs a moment to decipher. Right. I'll give you some time. The siren always comes without warning. And with it appeared the Mirror Dungeons, the Luxivation Dungeons, and the Refraction Railways. I don't know if it's relevant, but I didn't see anything that would indicate activity when I checked the railway door earlier. It is unlikely that anything new would appear from that entrance. I find it difficult to believe that the next line would arrive so soon when the glow of the door leading to line 2 has yet to go out. I guess you're right. The first railway really took me by surprise when it appeared. A new door had appeared before us, its edges shimmering with a blue glow, and when we entered it, a mysterious vehicle was just sitting there, waiting for us. Its appearance somewhat resembled that of Mephistopheles, but it was also patently clear that I'd never seen anything like it before. An odd feeling. I see that your first encounter with the train has left a strong impression, Dante. Well, I recall that you had a rather violent reaction when I entered the train to observe its interiors. Come on, I wasn't the only one that freaked out. Everyone did. What if that thing left the station before the rest of us got on? Was what I wanted to say if Faust hadn't already turned around from the screen, to which her eyes had been metaphorically glued for a while, and walked away. This wasn't it, then. No, this particular volatility is not something that we can utilize. Right, I thought it was an awkward time for a new door to appear. Too soon. The dungeons and the railways appeared at awkward times as well, Dante. I recommend that you refrain from setting it into a premature conclusion. A new variable may present itself at any moment. Moreover, if this volatility has triggered an alarm in Mephistopheles' engine, then it naturally follows that a new door has appeared at an indeterminate location down the corridor. This may reveal a space from which one could never return. It is best that we keep track of these incidents. Even Heathcliff won't do anything like that again. Probably? I don't think he's stupid enough to do it twice. As per my last advice to you, a premature conclusion is... I get it, Faust. I get it. Regardless, no serious issues have been detected at this moment. It would be most apt that we enjoy our remaining rest period. Now, if you will excuse me, rest well, Dante. With those as her parting words, Faust disappeared into her room, in your usual manner. Left alone again on this boat? I looked at the numerous letters displayed on the screen. Numbers, unintelligible letters, drawings and symbols depicting something. I had to shake my clock head after staring at that dizzying sight for a while. I wonder if this is how Yi Sang felt earlier. I'm starting to feel nauseous, just looking at it. I was barely able to hold back the vertigo from setting in. Time to saunter back to my room. Let's turn in early tonight. there we go. That's the one. That's number 1 finished. It's time for Mini 2. The first Walpurgis Nacht. Will you enter the first Walpurgis Night? Yes. Another day, another prolonged and dreary period of waiting. Waiting and some more waiting for something to happen. Of course, our bus boat was still floating on the coastal Great Lake. Voices of discontent among the sinners started small, but they have been growing increasingly incessant as of late. Holy crap! All of a sudden, an ear-splitting siren echoes throughout the cabins. It's that alarm again, warning us of volatility in Mephistopheles. But it was much louder, much more painful than the ones we've heard before. And this time, it wasn't the only thing that assaulted our senses. Yeah, the lights are green up there. Huh? We've never had flashing lights like this before, right? What is it this time? How did you feed this bloody rickety bus? Oh, this must be a signal that the long-awaited adventure is finally nigh! Is this what we've been waiting for this whole time? No. Virgilius frowned as though he sensed that something was off. He turned to Faust. It was one of those rare occasions when I could sense the slightest hint of confusion from him. Wee-woo. Mephi's blaring and crying. Mephi sick? What is this, Miss Faust? I wasn't informed about a siren like this before. First, a correction of falsehoods is in order. Mephistopheles is not bloody rickety, and eating is not part of its behaviors. Are you sure about that, Faust? We sure feed it a lot of people. It does make infrequent use of the Uncle Fallen supply gear installed in the engine for fuel, but that is no negative consequence. Even if it was, whatever issues that may arise can handily be repaired after a proper total disassembly. That was just a figure of speech. So what's this now? Sounds like the bus is about to explode. Playable Mephistopheles as some bloody rickety bus completely disregards the amount of pain and effort Faust dedicated to designing and... Heathcliff, if you don't take it back, I don't think she's ever gonna stop. That's Faust, yeah. Seriously? Yeah, Heath, take it back so she can just stop. The bus might actually blow up before she explains anything. I take back what I said earlier. I cannot comprehend what you were attempting to take back. You're rather abstract. Wow, she is really hung up about that. Your rather abstract reference to this unknown concept that you supposedly mentioned earlier hardly clarified. Anyway, allow me to list the specifications of screws used by the construction that makes this creation so impressive. First, Faust is still yapping. Fine, I take back what I said about the bus. It's not bloody rickety, and it doesn't eat. I'm sorry, alright? The cabin briefly echoes with his cries, then a brief silence. Faust is smiling. I think I saw Faust smash the briefest grin of satisfaction. Good. Is the clown show over? This juvenile tease exchange, this testing my patience. Yeah, Faust will not stop yapping. Yeah, it's a bit different from the usual alarms. A lot more green, too. Don't think this one's for a new door. It is quite simple. The night is here. Faust, that doesn't explain anything. Please elaborate. YDYM. TOISCYNC. Talk, or I snap your... Walpurgis Nacht is here, it seems. The night is not here. That is very apparent, at least in this coastal area. Thank you, Merceau. It's always welcome to hear you talk. The name does not refer to the time of day in which the sun moves beyond their line of sight. Huh. Then it appears to me that by designation you were referring to a certain phenomena. Yiseng seemed to be doing a little better now that the waves had died down somewhat. I am indeed. I am certain that all of you are most familiar with the fact that extracting identities and ego from the mirror world is one of many functions of Mephistopheles' engine. But its reach is rather limited. Even as it has expanded over a journey, we have yet to reach mirror worlds that are too far from our own. Oh, we got a... Okay. Merceau got a new ID, and Faust will never use no... Faust needs to use less words and less complicated words. That's her problem. And Ryoshu needs to use more letters. Agreed. Is this the Golden Bow's doing? I noticed that it was fishing up more and more new things the longer our journey went on. Broadly speaking, yes, you could say that. Dante and our collective experiences gradually expand our range of extractions. Normally, extractions require a certain resource, but there were times when identity cards appeared out of nowhere. Do you recall them, Dante? Yeah, some of them just randomly popped out of the engine. Wait, slow down. The hell's an identity card? Oh, you still didn't know. I'm jealous of you, Heathcliff. You have a talent for ignoring anything you don't care about. Hung Lu, wow. You looking to get your head smashed in or what? Right. Knock it off, you guys. Guide bugs good enough to giving us the evil eye. They're, you know, the things manager buds pulls out of the engine from time to time. Those little rectangular objects with our alternate worlds. Wait, was it mirror worlds? Anyway, but it's those things with depictions of our other selves on them. Yeah, those things that look like Mahjong tiles. I thought they looked a bit like wafers. I believe their denomination comes from their appearance as cards that contain identities. Thus, it naturally follows that they are named identity cards. Thank you, Yiseng. So we're using those rectangular toys to transform into our alternate selves? I never used them before. Well, yes, because I don't have any of your good identities. You have used like none of them. I've had you on here just for your support passive. So I mean that is true, but still. That's because I'm the one using them. On the device issued to Dante's are indentations through which identity cards and ego can be inserted. They were reflected when we participate in a battle. Oh, so that's what they were fidgeting with before every fight. I could tell from his flabbergasted expression that none of it had ever even occurred to Heathcliff. Dawn is also confused. It's like a Kamen Rider belt, but it henshins other people. On the other hand, Don Quixote wore a somewhat forlorn expression. What's wrong, Don Quixote? Well, Is this not about time when Ishmael would intrude upon this conversation and denounce Heathcliff with biting words such as, "You still didn't know? That's just... You still didn't know? That's just like you. This emptiness weighs heavily upon mine heart." Oh, you're right. Something was missing from this whole convo. I knew it. You right daft bastards. Enough. We're not getting the information we need. Miss Faust, please explain the present situation. What are these green lights? Ishmael is too busy threatening the ocean to deal with Heathcliff. Understood. If we take into account the case of identity cards Dante received without spending any lunacy, we can draw a conclusion that the Mephistopheles extraction has an element of unpredictability tied to its uncertainty. What the hell is she blathering on about? Yet this item is of your design. To say it is an element of unpredictability would indicate that. Correct. Enkelfeld includes the engine, yes. However, extractions and reconstructions utilize chaos. Well, in easier terms, you could say that it uses the concept of possibilities itself as fuel. Our extraction range grows when we are able to clearly observe specific possibilities in the infinitely branching mirror worlds. During this period, however, the borders between mirror realities are entirely shattered. Using the present as our anchoring point, it could be said that our current extraction range is approximately 3 years to the past or future. During Real Purgus Night, however, it grows to be about 10 years or even more. No lunacy IDs are the ones from event shops of Hell's Chicken and Sea, and I have not done either of those, so I didn't get any of them. In that case, that means to say that identities of prominent fixers from times past may grace us with. Also, I want to hear that again. Dawn, God, that...
이론상으로는요.
Theoretically speaking, yes,
하지만
but each of our
바크루기스의
Kirkus
마음은
Noct has its own
그때만의
peculiarities.
독립성을 가지기
It will not
때문에
let us reach into all
모든
potential
가능성을
possibilities.
무수하게 추출할 수는 없을 겁니다.
Yeah, Dawn wants to be the Red Mist. Doesn't that mean we also may have failed our alternate selves as the legendary fixer, the Arch Magnificence, the one and only
전설의
Red Mist?
안개도
That is extremely unlikely, but I will not completely dismiss the possibility.
범인은
Extended
이
range, I
세계가
suppose,
있기 위해
could be
필연적으로
defined by
얽혀있던
worlds
세계.
affected by entities that
예를
were
들면
indispensable to the formation of
백야,
this current state of the
흑주가
world.
있기 전에
An example of that would be the Botany
본사 때의
Corporation
시점이
headquarters prior to
대표적이겠군요.
White Nights and Dark Days incident.
어떤 의미에서는
In some ways, your
정보를
words
찌르는
sometimes
지문이
find a
아니야,
roundabout way to the
Don
truth,
Quixote.
Don Quixote. I don't know who this Red Mist was, nor did I know what White Nights and Dark Days was. But I could hazard a guess they both must have been pretty significant, considering that Virgilius's face grew visibly tense as soon as they were mentioned. The sinners were unsettled too. You know, I forgot that Dante knows like jack shit and no one is explaining anything to him. So he's just so confused.
정리하자면
We can conclude that the siren is no cause for any immediate concern then.
긴급적인 상황은 아니라는 것이
그렇습니다.
No, it isn't.
가끔
Consider it
찾아오는
a
축제
festival that arrives
정도로
once in a while.
말할 수
For now.
있겠네요. 축제,
Festival,
신나는
festive
일.
times. Karen is feeling festive too.
신나.
전부 이해가
I
된 건
don't know if I got all that, but this
우리가
isn't what we've been
기다리던
waiting for,
시간은
is it?
아니군요.
맞아.
No,
대기는
we'll continue to wait.
그대로다.
The sinners sighed and groaned with disappointment as the newfound anticipation fizzled. Well, something did happen, but it wasn't something that would get us moving. I can see what a disappointment this might be to them.
그럼
So, how do we stop that
시카고
green light
녹색불은 언제
flashing?
꺼지는 거지?
I don't think Dante does know what an Arbiter Claw is. He's very confused because I'm pretty sure if you look at the Dante's notes, I think that he writes down everything he canonically knows. So at any period of time, you can check Dante's notes and you'll know what he knows. So he knows jack shit about an Arbiter or Claw if they're not mentioned in his notes. Because he would definitely write that down.
엔진에서 추출을
It will turn
진행하기만
itself
하면
off when Dante extracts
자동으로
something
꺼질
from the
겁니다.
engine. Do not worry.
안심하세요.
자,
Right? Back to business all. Dante, extract something and turn that alarm off.
정말.
WAD. We'll be running into more engines through the back door with whatever new thing they pull anyway. The notes after Canto 8 are going to be interesting.
그래도
Still, this leisureliness is a very rare opportunity, isn't it?
기다리는 자에게
Blessed be the patient one, or so it is said. Every sinner says their piece before returning to their seats. Some of them walk out of the cabin to gaze at the lake. It's something they must be growing a tad tired of doing at this point. Maybe they're just going out for the long sigh. And Otis walked up to me.
관리자님,
Are you not worried,
신경
executive
쓰이지
manager?
않으십니까?
Huh?
저 괴짜 과학자가
About what that mad scientist
아직까지는이라고
said.
말했습니다.
For now.
뭔가
There has to be
기가
more to
더
that
있는 거죠.
statement. Should I
제가
investigate
더
this matter
파볼 수도
further?
있습니다.
Otis was right. While Faust did tell us to consider this nothing more than a festival that arrives once in a while, she definitely knew more than she was letting on. But if Faust speaks of something in her characteristically cryptic manner, it means that she'll never tell us until she wants to. Well, it does bother me a little, but right now we don't have a lot of options. Let's just put a pin in it for now. Otis nodded affirmatively, bowed, and returned to her seat. Thank you, Otis. Well, let's get extracting like Faust said. Yeah. Okay. Canto 5 begins. The Evil Defining. Ooh. Looks like the lake is in little sections? That's weird. Okay, why are they... Are these exact copies? Those are exact copies of ships. Something's fucking off. Something is fucking with this. 5-1, setting sail. It hasn't been so long since the bus boat, was hounded by the sirens and flashing green lights. The sinners were sitting uncomfortably, trying to get some shut-eye in the ship cabins, formerly known as the bus cabins. The thought of returning to their rooms didn't even seem to occur to them. After gazing out the window for a while, Faust came to her feet and approached the helm, formerly known as the wheel.
파우스트 씨.
Miss Faust.
네,
Yes, we have received the signal. Faust? Oh, it's time then, Faust? Finally, we've been here for like a month. You saying you good? Long-awaited signal has arrived then. Then shall our adventure in the Great Lakes finally commence?
어떤 신호가 왔다는
What signal? I don't hear or see anything. Not even an alarm.
시야에는 잡히지 않지만
A smoke signal outside our visual range has been picked up by
연기
Metalopolis.
신호를 감지했습니다.
연기.
A smoke signal. The deacons are licked then. On their calls for aid. I guess that's what we've been sitting on our butts for.
항해 시작.
Sailing is a go. Splish splash. Oh my god, she says splish splash now instead of vroom vroom. That's amazing.
슬슬
Soon, we will be moving away from the coastal area and draw closer to what one can call the Great Lake approach.
지금부터는
Activating the automatic navigation system now.
무엇이?
Aha! That means to say that what we've experienced so far was not the Great Lake?
정의를 말하자면
By strict definition, yes it was. We have been inside the Great Lakes borders for a while. Yet I make the distinction based on the information available to you, as our path has so far lacked any real threats. Charon is definitely for head map.
그런
No
일들이
real
있었는데
threats, thou sayest.
위협이 없었다는
After
것인가?
all that,
저기에 있는
lo,
이상훈은
sit ye saying there has hitherto been buried his face in that very bucket. I shall have thee know.
나
I might be not pleased.
괜찮소.
처음엔 물을
I had thought the bucket's purpose was to remove water from the ship in case of a flooding. Yet all it has therefore removed were the contents of Yisang's stomach.
그리고
And well, partly that incident still quite questioned my mind. Well, Pergishnacht.
그리고
And not many of those threats could be attributed to the dangers of the Great Lake.
거짓원인의 오리로
False cause fallacy. Quite the rush of daunting ideas thou hast thrown in my direction. I shall henceforth continue to slumber then.
아니,
No,
위험구역에
we have just entered a hostile environment. We must rouse ourselves from sleep and ready ourselves for what dangers there might be. Otis? All hands to defensive stations! Otis suddenly leaped to her feet and began barking orders at the sinners. Eh?
뭐야?
What in the blight? My heart dropped for a sec there.
오티스
Otis, the ship is currently steered by an automated navigation system. As its name suggests, it will automatically avoid any threats the Great Lake may pose.
경보가 울릴
Should a threat prove to you unavoidable, it will sound an alarm. Bah, do you really expect me to trust that incomprehensible contraption?
신뢰하라는 거지? 게다가 그 장치라는 것
Besides, this automated navigation system is nothing but some slapdash, last-minute installation by the Boatworks fixers.
확실히
Indeed, Faust was not the one who installed this system. So, no, its reliability is not absolute.
100%는 아닐 겁니다.
잘 말했다.
Well said! It is well known in wisdom that the path of a sailor is fraught with dangers unknown, which is to say that a human must handle it.
그렇다면
Then shalt thou be the one to lead this vessel to victory!
관리자님께서
I must rise to the occasion as executive manager unfortunately lacks any memories pertinent to sailing. Luckily, I'm quite experienced with a leadership position. Yeah, I know jack shit about sailing. You have tentative leadership for a little bit. Don't make me regret this, Otis. Uh-huh. Commander!
대장이 아니
I am no commander. I am your captain!
관리자님.
Executive manager, allow me to briefly assume your authority so that I may lead this vessel as its temporary captain. She continued before I'd even had the chance to reply.
자, 들어라.
Attention! Sailing, that is to say, the act of traveling across the bodies of water. After an indeterminate amount of time.
라는 것이다.
And that concludes the fundamentals of sailing. Have you been taking your notes, men? Snore, snore. Oh, marvelous! Quite a considerate amount of new knowledge I have acquired. 'Tis akin to an adventure, is it not? 'Twas one of mine humble 863-year-old dreams. 863 old dreams to sail the Great Lake as an adventure, like a challenger of storms, a queller of rogue waves.
어찌 그리도
Such an exact number of aspirations you have.
오티스님.
Otis, ma'am, I have a question. Yes, you are recognized?
허가.
What's that complicated looking lever over there?
나도 궁금했다네.
It has been a riddle in my head as well.
기능을 하는가?
What may be the function of that peculiar device?
혹시
Ooh, perchance it shall load and fire a volley of cannonballs at the press of a button. Ka-cha! Wow!
아닌가?
a lover of transformative variety, it shall be a auspicious day in which we are availed the sight of this contraption in action.
실제로 본다면 제법
Otis?
오티스 씨?
요새
I've been seeing more and more of these as late. These so-called bleeding-edge technologies are hollow inventions that have nothing to show for it aside from their pretty exteriors.
편리함만 줬다 보면
Blind pursuit of convenience breeds increased risk. There's nothing but ruin at the end of the road paved with over-reliance on these bleeding-edge technologies. Fever fueled in the furnace of bolts and engine oil, the ship's blood and sweat. A combinated force of the commanding officers' decisive leadership and their subordinates' firm loyalty. Blood? What? That's how proper workshops of tradition and history are supposed to rerun. Now that is how true comrades are born. I don't know what she's talking about,
멋있어요.
but that was kinda cool. I can feel something rising from deep within my chest. Commander! I mean Captain! This bleeding edge technology is bleeding like a mule. What shall we do? I, Otis, shall prove it to the world that I don't need this high-tech junk to sail. Now, Sea Woman Don Quixote, set the power level to the maximum output. I would recommend against doing that. You don't know how the ship works. Power level to the maximum output. Aye, aye, Captain. Oh no. Seaman Sinclair, set the helm to the neutral position and hit the switch. Set the helm to the neutral position? Set the helm to the neutral position and hit the switch. Let's go!
엔진.
The engine has fallen silent. The automatic navigation system has failed. It's an old model. Rebooting will be complete in approximately 5 hours. That's what you get for abandoning your bus driver. Wait. So we're just stuck here? Of course not. While Mephistopheles' engine may be inoperable as it has melded with the automatic navigation system, the ship itself can still move. We still have a manually activated backup power system on standby. What is it? Please don't tell me it's pedals. If it's pedals, I'm gonna laugh. The laws. Let's see what this is. Now, men, clear orders and solidarity are of paramount importance in times like these. Right leg on heave, left leg on hoe. Let's go! Oh my god, it is pedals. Heave! Oh, heave. Heave ho how! Is it fair that you get to stand there barking orders at us while we're pedaling our thumbs off? A most dim-witted question. A captain must preserve her strength or risk putting her subordinates in danger. That is precisely why I'm refraining from partaking in this collaborative effort myself. Since when were you our commander? Well, she did say she's the captain, not the commander. Those damn seagulls could block off already. Why don't we kidnap them seagulls and train them pedal the generator? I don't think that'll work, Heathcliff. Oi, Faust, smartass! I thought you were a genius! Make it so! That should be easy peasy for your brilliant intellect, no? I can make it happen indeed, yet I do not, as it is inefficient. Rudimentary toilet training will be the first step in making them viable as a consistent source of labor. Karen's bored. Karen wants the vroom vroom. I'm tagging out. You're the driver, so you do your job. That should keep you occupied for a while. That is a child. You sure about that? Virgie's not gonna let that slide. That's how you get yourself a consultation, you know? Wait, let's think about this for a hot minute. Let's think about the actual reason we're sweating, pedaling the crap out of the generator, huh? To nitpick and seek someone to take the fall for every little thing is a sneaking thought. All that happens on the road to success is merely a part of the process. Look, I'm not really saying that we should play the blame game. I'm just wondering why we're pedaling so darn hard to begin with. It's not like there's something coming after us. We're headed towards one of the largest ports of U-Corp, and we know exactly where that is and how we'll get there. It's not like the port's gonna sail away, right? Why all this urgency? It's going to sail away, isn't it? I mean, am I wrong? The Great Lakes have been very tranquil so far. It's not like some monster's gonna suddenly appear out of nowhere and attack us, right? Gregor, why did you tempt Murphy?
축적된 경험들로 인해
It appears that your
어느 정도
consolidated
직감이
field
발달하게 된
experience
것
has
같군요.
evolved into a
그래,
form of intuition. Fascinating,
흥미롭네요.
Gregor.
Huh?
What?
파우스트는 이를
Faust finds this development
긍정적인
optimistic.
변화라고 여깁니다. 우리는 앞으로
Yep, the music changed.
10분
We must
이내에
exit this area
이
within the
구역을
next 10
벗어나야
minutes.
해요.
We are falling somewhat behind the
그러니까.
forecast of my predictions.
예상이
Okay. That was ominous. Why precisely 10 minutes?
대호수의 규칙 때문에
The laws of the Great Lake. The laws of the Great Lake. Okay, what are those? Oh, I knew it! It's that darn law of the Great Lake again, huh? Huh?
로자,
Your foreknowledge of the laws of the Great Lake is an unexpected development, Rojan. Quite difficult to believe that, even with the consolidated experience, your intuition would...
미안.
Sorry, I just wanted to look like I was on it for once. Girl gets tired of asking every time, you know. The rules of the backstreets, bigger brother. The Great Lake of U-Corp has laws that must...
반드시 지켜져야만 하는
never be
규칙이
broken.
있습니다. 그리고
And yes, the port can and will sail away, Gregor.
한
It's a bloody lake. What laws could it possibly have?
규칙을 어기는
What, are the lake coppers gonna come
호수에서
spank
매라도
bad
들고
boys
오기라도
with a
해?
stick for breaking class rules?
징징거리는 새끼.
There better be a law that lets me sink, whining brat. My ears are starting to bleed.
귀
Guys, knock it off. I could almost hear a well-timed sigh followed by an honest but brutal, piercing words. It was like someone recorded their sigh and played it in my head. But Ishmael was nowhere to be seen on the deck.
그러니까
So, if there's anything you want from me from now on, state it. Clearly.
말해주세요.
She wasn't kidding. Ishmael remained in her room, not a peep to be seen nor heard despite the commotion. Not appearing once throughout all that happened since the incident.
설명을 드리고 싶지만
As much as I would like to provide with you with an explanation, leaving this zone takes precedence.
금방의 대화로 소모할
According to my
시간을
calculations,
계산했을
our
때
last conversation left us
남은
with
건
7
7분
minutes.
정도입니다.
구역을 벗어나려면
We are approximately 15 kilometers away from the edge of the zone as the crow flies.
한 사람당
Each
시속
person must
10km
pedal to
이상의
generate enough
주행을
energy
감당할
to
수 있어야
travel at least 10
안전하게
kilometers per hour
넘어갔습니다.
for you to escape in time.
오늘따라
Wonderful.
잘 되는
I'd love to see some proper teamwork for once.
가자, 로시한테.
Haha! Oh my god. Right back. Roki Kante, our destination is nigh. Gallop on!
쟤는 왜 저렇게
Where does
힘이
that
넘치는
girl
거야?
get her energy from? Gregor is suffering. I think I'm done for. Just go ahead, go on without me. And leave you where? We're on a ship. Merceau is working.
이 정도 강도에서
Diaphragmatic breathing is conductive to maintaining a consistent speed in an exercise of this intensity. Spoilers, Rojan. Spoilers.
시속 10km
Especially more when each sinner is responsible for about 10 kilometers per hour of energy output. Any higher, and it would have required hyperemia to maintain that speed. Do you ever get tired, girl? No. No 3 minutes remaining now.
3분
We don't even know what happens in 3 minutes. Why are we doing this? I don't want to know what happened. Rojan, please get back to work. He said there's no time. Just step on it with your light. Karen wanted the vroom vroom. This is squeak squeak.
이건 다른
Squeak squeak. That's no fun.
콧노래 부르면서 노동하는
I didn't know how
것도
energizing
좋은
work songs
활력이
could
되네요.
be.
뭐야?
Huh? How do you guys have so much energy left?
사람이 많아.
저희 집안에서
This is not even a warm-up compared to the training my family forced me to do. You lot, shut your gobs and pedal.
앞으로 남은 시간
30 seconds remain. 30 seconds.
박진감이 넘치는 걸.
Yeah, I'm pedaling too.
모험이 아니겠다.
God, thrill this is. Now this is true adventure.
이렇게 거대한
Just like charging an overwhelmingly colossal enemy. Is it not?
말과 호흡을 나
Save your words. Your breathing. Remain in the flow. Breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out.
들이마시고
Otis, please actually pedal. You're not helping.
얼마큼 남았지?
And yep, the seagull is interrupting us. How much time?
앞으로 10초,
10 seconds remaining.
4초.
4 seconds. 4? Why are you not doing this by multiples of 5?
다들 입 다물고
Look alive, deckhands! Put your back into it! Toil, men, toil! Somehow, we managed to escape the zone before Faust counted down to 0. Some sinners immediately threw themselves to the deck of the ship like limp puppets, while some looked like they'd just taken a quick rest at a park bench. So, we made it somehow, but I don't see any signs of those laws. Am I missing something, Frau Faust? Ugh, I swear if all this law of the Great Lake drivel was some hogwash you made up. Just to make this journey go just a tad faster, I'm going to seriously... The tranquil lake surface we just pedaled through was gone, as though it had never been there. Okay. That... Okay, then. Follow the laws of the Great Lake. Got it. I'm sorry, actually, I'm just looking at this fish down here. Why does this fish have, like, seagull legs? The fish has legs, see? In its place was immense something. Its innumerable legs or tentacles rising above the lake's surface. I couldn't even tell where the thing ended and where the lake began. Did it burst from the lake, or were we traveling unawares on its body this whole time? Ugh. Actually, what the hell's on Dawn's head? You see that guy? I couldn't even find the right word to describe the magnitude of that thing. Its appearance sent waves across the water all the way to the zone we were in. It slothfully shook violently as though it was about to capsize. It needed not be said that the sinners on the deck were given an untimely shower. Whoa, that was way too close. We were all pancaked. Yeah, this is the ocean of the city. It's even worse than our ocean. Well, no adventure is complete with a nary peril, of course. And B. Now this is more like it. We have no chance of weathering a single strike from one of its limbs. No, but it will leave us alone as long as we are here. Does it have to follow the laws of the lake as well? That is the law of the Great Lake. Now we have time for my explanations. Though the laws of the Great Lake are numerous, I will relay only the pertinent information for now. Yeah, Kos, I know what... He would probably not enjoy these oceans. He would not he would either be part of U-Corp from, like, either the beginning or, like, part of its singularity. If he was here from the beginning. Lingering longer than a predetermined amount of time in a single lake will cause one to be struck by the waves of each lake. Waves? That didn't look like any waves I've seen before. There are also laws governing the time and direction in which ships are permitted to cross the borders between the lakes. Wait up. So if we ever just come to a stop for a bit, that octopus tentacle-like thing will whack us? Precisely. Thus, it naturally follows that everything on the Great Lake is in a constant state of motion to position itself accordingly to the laws. And the route towards our destination will also change accordingly. Can I get, like, a written list of these laws? My Nana used to stick a paper with our family rules in my room. Not that I could follow them all, but... That's when... I heard a door open. Whoever opened it did so with such obvious irritation. The waves finally hit! Huh. Ishmael? After such a long period of isolation, Ishmael staggered out of her room at last. You can't just scribble the laws of the Great Lake down on a notepad and call it a day. Each lake has wildly different sets of laws, even though their overarching laws governing the Great Lake are pretty straightforward. More importantly, you should know that unauthorized recording of their laws is one of U-Corp's better known taboos. Then my body will remember it. Tattooing them on your body, if that is what you are referring to, is also prohibited. Taboo Hunters of U-Corp has been sent in pursuit of individuals who have attempted precisely that. It is best that we do not produce any written records of their laws. What have you been doing all this time, Ishmael? Wetting my harpoon. Your harpoon? Why? Because I need it to be sharper. Because I'll give her the kind of pain that makes her wish she was dead. She'll feel it, even from the smallest cuts. Then why don't you spare us from your misery and crawl back into your hole? I'm afraid that if it did, I'd later emerge to a deck littered with your melted, unrecognizable flesh. And I'm not rearing to see a sight like that again. Besides,
보수에 대해
Watching you
뭣도 모르는
landsmen waste
사람들끼리
time tinkering with a
배를
ship you don't even
주물럭거리면서 시간만
understand,
축내는
wasting
꼬락서니를
precious time,
더는 못 봐주겠으니까.
has been unbearable. Even though it's been a long time since the incident at the boatworks, her biting yet anxious lectures have not dulled at all. I was afraid that she might stir up trouble amongst the sinners again. Okay, fine. But she was out here with the rest of us, and I wanted to believe that that was more than enough. I decided not to question her further.
이럴 줄
I had a feeling this
알았죠.
would happen. Ishmael walked up to the helm.
뭐 하는 거지?
What are you doing? We are smooth sailing at the moment. A northbound breeze is pushing us along.
순풍의 영향으로
그렇게 보일 수도 있겠네요.
I guess it could look that way for some people.
땅에서나 구르던 사람
Simple,
생각이라는 건
one-dimensional, predictable
그렇게
ground pounders like
일차원적이고
you.
뻔한 편이니까.
이 새끼.
You little... How dare you insult my... Otis, let's hear her out. You got lucky, Swabby. Okay, Ishmael, tell us. How are we not smooth sailing? We've got the wind at our backs.
바람 때문이 아니죠.
That's no wind.
우리는 끌려가고
We're being
있는
dragged. Dragged? By what? Those
저
ships.
배들에게로.
Oh? We're getting dragged by those two ships I saw on the map that I said were very ominous and looked wrong. Yeah, they look like the same ship, just in different things, and they're going to align in the center where we are and crush us between them. That's what it looks like, at least. Resident Student Fork. Just like Ishmael said, two massive vessels were approaching us from not far from where we were. We're not exactly on a collision course with them, though. Ishmael didn't entertain me with an answer. Instead, she took the helm and threw it wildly in one direction. Whoa! This skill.
기술은
Splashy drift?
한번 들이대.
Karen is having the time of her life. Huh? Didn't know ship could drift like a bus.
카론,
Karen, infest. Bedhead, not bed.
주황.
경쟁자가 생겨.
You've got competition, Karen.
아니,
Hold up.
이상하군.
That's weird. She turned the helm all the way.
왜저 배들
Why are we
우리
still
배가
headed
이동하지?
between those two ships?
뱃머리가
It's like we're stuck on rails.
이동도 하지 않아요.
Though Ismail turned Mephistopheles' helm around the opposite direction of the two ships. We were getting dragged even faster by them. And there was nothing we could do about that.
이스,
Is she?
설마
Don't tell me you hit the reverse gear.
반대-
엔진은 껐어요.
I turned the engine off.
뭐
What?
배들이
Whoa.
합쳐지는 건가요?
Are those ships melding into one with each other?
야, 이 미친
You
새끼야!
bloody loon! That's what you got to say? We're about to get squashed like bugs!
어이 물개.
You swabby! What happened to all of that bravado from earlier?
좀 닥쳐요.
Shut up.
잡아당겨지고 있을
I'm
때가
going to
최대한
use the
위험할
momentum
거예요.
of the pole when it's the strongest to get us out of here. And
부딪힌다.
we're going to crash!
지금
Now, immediately before the crash, Ishmael deftly revved the engine and adjusted several levers in a series of decisive motions before speeding us between and past the two vessels. The back of our ship. The ship's stern was crushed, but it was better than getting completely sandwiched between those two ships.
이 정도라면
Mephistopheles' engine reconstructs damage of this severity within the next few days.
메피스토
아니, 지금 보니까
Wait, this is more than just some damage.
파괴된 정도가 아니라
It's like they
진짜로
deleted a part of our ship.
마치 처음부터
Gone, as though it had never even
평생
been a part of the ship's blueprint. I took another look at where the stern used to be. It was as the sinner said. The stern wasn't crushed. It was effectively deleted, as though it had never been there. It left a bizarre-looking cross-section behind.
유사의 특이점.
It's U-Corp Singularity, the resonance tuning fork.
이곳의 배들은
Ships
원래
operating in the
하나였던
Great Lake
것처럼
can
서로
merge and
끌어당기며
separate when
합쳐지기도
needed,
하고,
as though they've
목적에
always
따라
been a single
언제
vessel,
하나였냐는
or as though they've
것처럼
never been a
분리되기도
part of the
하니까요.
same ship.
저 정도 크기의 배를
Resonance
쓰는
tuning
공룡
forks used by
국제
vessels of
정도라면
that size are strong
우리처럼
enough to
공룡
pull in
국제가
smaller
없거나
boats without tuning
주파수가
forks
안
like
맞는
ours,
배들을
or even
그대로
ones with
삼켜버리는
tuning
일이
forks with
빈번하죠.
mismatching wavelengths.
아 이런.
Alright,
명령을
apologies for
내려주지도
taking the helm
않았는데
without your orders,
운전대를
manager.
잡게 되었네요.
No, don't. You just saved all of our lives. Thank you, Ishmael.
뭐
I wasn't trying
그러려는
to,
건 아니긴
but thank you
하지만요.
for understanding anyway.
이해해 주신다니 고맙네요. 아,
Oh, and please
시키지
accept
않은
my
설명이
apology
나오는
for giving
것까지
unsolicited
이해 좀
advice.
해주세요.
A certain someone won't stop flapping her gums at me, so I had to.
배 한가운데에서
It's not like I
귀마개를
can plug
할
my
순
ears in the
없잖아요.
middle of a voyage, right? Ugh.
전장에서 입이 걸은
I've heard my share of blunt, foul-mouthed
굴러다니는
talk during the
돌멩이만큼
war.
많았다.
She's not the first to do so.
실력만 뛰어나다면
Doesn't matter. As long as she can live up to her
굳이
words,
제지할 필요도
no need to get in the way, I
없을
suppose.
테지. 죄송합니다, 관리자.
I'm sorry, Executive Manager.
저는
I must take a short break.
저 어찌 풀이 죽은 것이오.
Yeah, they hit a button.
아니,
Be not crestfallen, Commander. I mean, Captain. Yeah. It seems that when Otis realized that Ishmael just shaved all of their lives from a mistake she made, that hit something.
시끄럽다.
Silence. Executive manager is a commanding officer.
저기 계신
Always been.
관리자님이었어.
Downcast and shoulders slumped, Otis made her way into the ship cabins, formerly the bus cabins.
목적지에 거의 다
Our destination is near. Welcome to one of the 5 great ports of U-Corp, the Marlin Port. Faust's voice was dry and emotionless, as though what had just happened didn't affect her one bit.
와,
Wow,
정말 크네요.
that's so big.
지금까지 제가
That
보았던
has to be one of the
배
biggest
중에
ships
손에 꼽을
I'd
정도로
ever seen.
커다란걸요?
Hong Lu was right. We were approaching a massive ship, so large that it could almost be mistaken for an island. Whichever was the cause, it was clear that the port was a megastructure built from the countless metal shipping containers.
안개가 거치니
Mist fades, and what was unseen before unveils itself. I scarcely did expect the pal to shroud a structure such as this.
것까지 가릴 줄이야.
Ship? I don't know. Can we really call that a ship at this point?
이미
Can't help but agree there. Ishmael, does that count as a ship in the Great Lake?
대호수에서
The landsman common sense is useless at the Great Lake. Ships that use resonance tuning forks like those are as common as crimes in the back streets, or I guess as common as the whales are in the Great Lake. So, like, what the hell was the whale? Because she keeps bringing them up. Okay, rewards earned. Kidnappers. That's not a good sign. What's bad, Ghosts? Whales are bad. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I will be right back. I need to go check on something. So let me just... Here we go. I'll be right back. Just a sec. Back. Turn that back off. There we go. It's time for our first bit of fights. Yeah. Apparently whales are bad, considering Ishmael's from Moby Dick. Makes sense. Okay. Mount deselect. Sync. There we go. The battle.
여기는 순록. 선멸 지역 진입했어요.
자, 그럼 여기서 잠시.
Well then,
작별의 시간.
this is where we go our separate ways for a short while.
나와 카로는
Karen and I have
이
business to
근처에서
attend to
볼
here.
일이 있다.
볼일?
Business?
왜?
Why?
또 무슨
What is it this
일인데?
time?
미노 향수.
I'm looking to buy some mermaid perfume. Let's leave it at that. Oh, so mermaids are a thing. They're probably not intelligent, considering this is the city, and anything that isn't human is killed or driven out of the city. Because in Runia, it was mentioned that. Frigila said, looking straight at an advertisement for us. Bottles of mermaid perfume extracted straight from their left fins. Special discount. Art thou planning to procure some for us as well? How curious I am of that mermaid perfume. What other curiosity does the Great Lake await us, I wonder?
유사인은
A significant source of income for the people of U-Corp comes from selling whale and mermaid products. Whale oil, mermaid tears, mermaid perfumes, whale cuisine, and more, to list a few
고래
examples.
요리 등등 다양하죠.
Okay, whale oil makes sense. Mermaid tears, wonder what those do. Mermaid perfume, no idea. What? Those all those feel like they should have like special effects or something. Oh, look! I spy a purveyor of ice creams over yonder.
덩어리 고래마다
Sardine whale flavored ice
나
cream.
정말 저런 게 먹고 싶어.
How is that appetizing to you?
보기에는 이상해도
Sardines are quite the savory nosh, even if they do have a funny look to them. Alas, I am more keen to learn the flavors of the Marlin whale ice cream.
청새치 고래 맛이 궁금하오.
길잡이께서는
Will you not accompany
이번에도
us to our
도움이
destination,
잡는
dear
것이
guide?
길잡이
I've done my job as your guide.
다리끌어 올바른
I point you in the right direction, and that's where my responsibilities end. It's not my job to accompany you all the way to there.
아닌 것이지.
While you may be correct, your words also come across as rather impersonal.
정없이도 들려.
올바르게 들었어.
Then you heard me right, he sang. I don't intend to make friends with any of you, nor do I want to.
정도 없으니까.
Yeah, Virgilius's little smiles and sayings are great.
나 참.
Don't like these small talks give you the wrong idea, the wrong impression. Like, look at that precious smile. Now, Miss Faust,
저희를 기다리는
our
분들이
allies are
계십니다.
expecting us.
미리 파견 나온
The before
LCCB
team on the ground
직원들은
will relay us the location of
유사한
Blobami Corp branch housing the
황금가지가
Golden
있는
Bow.
로봇 전달받은 마지막
According to our
작전
last
지시에
communication, they should be waiting for us
이쪽입니다.
there. This place is quite a bit spooky.
아무도 안 보이는데?
I don't see anyone here.
어떻게
What's up
된
with
거야,
that, Bao?
바로?
I can tell from your tone that you doubt me. This is the location I was relayed. Huh, so we got here first? Bloody brilliant! Before team? More like belated team, innit?
그 팀이라.
정확히 정정하자면
Allow me to make a minor correction. We arrived about 1 hour and 30 minutes behind schedule. Odd. LCCB agents we met with Dr. J Corp were already on the scene and... I'm sure that comment reminded everyone of the same duo. Hi, Effie and Saud. You're both dead. One to agonizing death, and one to slow death. It did for me, too. Thinking about them for even a brief moment is... What the... Is someone sleeping?
기다림의 끝에
It appears that they have elected to sleep in lieu of our appearance. Effie, Saud, we didn't deserve you to. Ain't none of you gotta watch, eh? What the hell's wrong with you lot?
미안하.
Apologies. In our hurry, we
극히
happened
희한한
upon an unforeseen
예상치
mishap on
못한
our journey
사고에
here.
휘말리는 바람에
Then why didn't you take that into account before you left?
예상해서 일찍 출발했어야지.
Someone, from the corner of the shipping container, rises from their nap and stretches. They sound oddly aggressive.
어?
Huh?
아이쿠 이런
My! Honglu, wait.
명찰이 삐뚤어져
Your badge is upside down. Remember to always keep your appearance tidy.
중요하니까요.
Huh?
명찰
What's this sticky red thing on your... On his chest hung an upside-down LCCB agent badge. It was soaked in blood. I hope that this badge would have a more dramatic effect. Let's see here. Limbus Company before team leader. The fool was loitering around in our territory. I've got to say, that was bravely stupid. That's our production was an insult to art. Get to the point before I sink. Feel lads, so tardy yet so impatient. Why don't you first give us a listen? You're looking for the golden whatchamacallit, aren't you?
그전 어떻게 한 거지?
What have you done to the team leader? Hold your horses now, lad's alive and well.
인질 협상을
Is
하자.
it a hostage negotiation then? This ain't me first ransom rodeo, if you know what I mean. It's simple. Give us the cash and we return your friend. We don't get the cash and we give your friend an impromptu burial in a shipping container. Right here. Kidnappers, eh? Pieces of shite. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you, laddie. Think before you act, eh? Anything goes wrong and your friend bites it. It's very straightforward if I do say so myself. Just do as we say, and you and that friend of yours continue on your merry adventure. Get back to finding your golden whatchamacallit. Else, even throwing a full-on gourmet tour guide for you. Just sweeten the deal. You bloody maggot.
자자.
Okay, gotcha. I see what's going on here. Give us some time to discuss this, why don't you?
잠깐 얘기 좀 나눌게.
Look, there's no point in escalating this. It'll do nothing but draw unnecessary tension onto us. And if our impulsive actions get that LCD agent killed,
상황이 우리에게
true,
불리한 건
they held the
사실.
upper hand in this negotiation.
황금가지에 대해
But I don't
자세히
believe these fools know much about the Golden Bow. They likely kidnapped him by chance, thinking they could get a hefty ransom out of him.
지금껏 황금가지를
Though we have come across many men and women of evil nature in our adventure, such brazen villainy as heretofore has not been encountered.
얄팍한
How classless is grotesquerie without a cause.
섣불리 무기라도
Charging them head-on will only sick their friends afterwards. Friends who may be involved, but powerful local syndicate.
이 구역을 줄
유사에 대한
Our chance of victory is slim should an event come to pass. We do not possess enough intel on U-Corp to effectively maneuver such a situation. Yeah, we don't want to have the Xanata problem where we kill like one low-ranking agent and it like balloons up the chain until we're fighting God.
그러게
Yeah, we don't even know how big the syndicate behind this guy is.
대사를 들으니까 한두 번 해본 솜씨도 아니어 보였지.
From the way he said his lines, probably isn't the first time doing this, right?
그런 거라면
Then there's also a
규모가
chance that they're
작은
just
조직일
small
수도
fries,
있다는
isn't
거
there?
아닌가요?
규모가 작으면
If they're
그냥
small
싹다
fries,
조지면
let's crush them all. We'll hit them before they
인질을
even have the
처리하기도
chance to lay a finger on the hostage.
아니,
No, it could mean that their syndicate may be small and scattered, that is impossible to be traced.
저 조직
Ugh. So we don't know anything. Great.
정말로
Are they really going to? If we don't pay up? Sinclair, this is the city. Yes, they are.
진짜.
Blast it. I know they're kind. Scum like them are around every corner of the city. If those cock up, they'll kill the hostage and won't even leave a body for us to find. All kinds of awful images and ominous speculation began to overwhelm us. The so-called kidnappers were crowding amongst themselves, giggling and chattering. They knew that our options were limited. Okay, then I'm going to start off by asking how much they want. We're out of our element here. The best I can do is try to gather some information, at least. Huh. A short, exasperated sigh escaped Ishmael's lips. She'd been standing here this whole time, arms crossed over the harpoon that rested upon her chest. Okay, if you have something to say, Ishmael, here's an order. Please give us your best advice for this situation.
돈을 주겠다.
They're going to pay them.
저것들한테
Those bastards?
기어이
Are you
미치신
crazy?
거죠?
What else can we do? Even now, the hostage.
변명은 관심 없고.
I don't care about your excuses.
이게
I only care to know if this really is the best course of action you could come up with.
맞아요?
판단에 대한 의심.
Any doubts about the manager's decisions
불필요하다.
are necessary. Yeah, you're as predictable as always.
당 판단은 곧
In case of
명령.
manager's decisions are orders. To doubt them is the insubordination. Ishmael, it doesn't matter how competent of a sea dog you are. Okay, if you say so. But who cares? They've not given me an order.
나한테
They didn't
직접 해라
forbid me
말라
from
하는
doing
말
anything.
없었으니
So what's your problem here?
상관없다고 생각하는데 도저히
I just can't sit here and
이대로는
watch
참을
this
수가
play out.
없어서.
Ishmael strode towards the kidnappers. It was plain from her tone and expression that she did not care one bit about what the other sinners said.
명령 불복종에
How
대한
gladly accept the
처벌은
consequences. She shot me a fleeting glance before raising her harpoon.
편하실 때
For insubordination, manager.
내려주세요.
Great. Then thrust her well-sharpened harpoon right into one of the Wait, there's multiple? I thought there was only one guy. One of the kidnappers' foreheads. Ah! The entire course of her action, from start to finish, was so full of absolute confidence that no one even thought to stop her. I couldn't either.
그
Oof. Ryoshi was right. The kidnapper suffered a total obliteration of forehead.
이스마일 씨.
Ishmael? What did you just... What did you just do? Sinclair was the first to snap out of the stupefied silence.
이러면
The LCCB agent they took hostage, we just put him at risk. Because of us, he could... Sinclair was trembling hard. I couldn't tell if it was the welling tears that he was holding back, or an uncontrollable fury.
그때처럼
Just like then, just like back with... with Soud.
불과
It was only a few months ago when...
불과
Don't tell me you've moved on already. Oh. Oh, this is not good. Okay. This feels like a bad sign. Sinclair's memories? Okay, Dante is just seeing into the sinner's memories whenever they're feeling a bunch of emotions. So it seems like now that he's collected the four golden bells, his resonance with the sinners has grown much stronger? I saw an image of Sald and Effie, both smiling. Both were excellent field agents. And because they were both excellent field agents, they suffered to their last moments before our eyes. Helplessly watching as they slowly expired in front of him, at his old home at that day must have been scorched into his memories. I recalled Ishmael's vision that I witnessed at Boatworks. Was that also a moment that was burned into her memories, I wonder? Ishmael didn't seem to find Sinclair's questions worth answering. She strode towards one of the closed shipping containers and kicked it open. A body that had been dead for so long that its complexion and consistency barely resembled that of the living human thumped to the floor. Huh?
이건 일주일 정도 됐는데
This one's been dead for at least a week.
당연히
And of course, isn't our LCB agent. Ishmael kicks the body, tossing it on the back.
옷을 보아하니
From the looks of it,
이곳
this one was a
청소차원으로
tourist
올라온
visiting Marlin Port.
관광객들이네요.
Probably loaded
호수에서
too if they
관광을
could
다닐
afford to
정도면
travel to the Great
부자라는
Lake
소리
just
좀
for
듣고
its
살았을 텐데.
sights. they would have been able to afford whatever ransom the pirates demanded. Kidnap, extort, execute. These syndicates have been repeating these 3 steps for a good while at Newport, even as their names and organizations change with time. They're everywhere, like vermin. It would be more accurate to call them pirates here. They never return the hostages. They'll keep asking for more and more ransom until the money well dries up. Ishmael poked the body with her foot. Then they kill the hostages, like they did this one in. Quite numerous. The prevalence of such tragedies must be... How can this be? Bordel's the hero rise to this occasion and put a stop to these villains. I believe this to be a place of tourism, is it not? Well, that usually means that there are bigger fish looking out for these small fries. Nay, that matters not. Such villains run rampant in the city as... Wow, you are more naive than I thought, Dawn. It must be the case that the fixtures of the city are yet unaware of this travesty. Mayhaps they were preoccupied to others in need. Indeed, not else but this explanation. This ad explains this. Were we to send a missive to one of the just and honorable associations of the Don Quixote, please. Isn't it about time you woke up from your delusions? I've had enough of your ramblings about justice, your villains. You know what? Never mind. It's like I'm talking to a brick wall. You're not going to listen to me anyways. It's so frustrating to have to sit here and just... This shabbiness is just... It's why we can't get anything done on time. By now, we should have been talking to the LCP agent, getting the intel we need. Ishmael's eye darted around with wrath, impatience, and anxiety. A metaphorical storm, an argument of senses. She was billowing wildly and helplessly in this tempest. I could not even hope to hold her steady. You brought this on yourself. This is our waters. Do you even know what syndicate you dogs just... Yeah, if we're doing this, then let's get it over with. Let's learn about what the syndicate is. You are the Twin Hook Pirates. You are a poise bleed team. Easy breathing, 2 hides at a coin. So, let's just go with this. Dominating. Self-destructive purge is as amazing as always. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Hey. And don't worry, Kos. Looks like we're gonna get your wish. We're gonna kill them all. Self-destructive purge hit all tails. He's dead. That's a lot of defense skills, huh? Actually, what the? You're right, actually. I didn't even notice that passive. Compulsion. Starts the encounter with minus 25 SP. At less than 0 SP at coin start, at turn start, gain 3 attack power up. If she had a negative coin skill, that would be so good, but she doesn't, so that's bad. Let's grab favored, dominating, unopposed. No, it's favored. Favored works. Then unopposed, opposed, unopposed. Then I want Ishmael to clash. She's not clashing. She's only doing a side attack. Damn it. There we go. Okay, she killed one. Nice job. Yes, 3 attack power up is nice. Yep, attack skill, final power plus 3. And goodbye. You're about to die. Any last words? We still won't listen to them, but I figured you'd want something. Goodbye, Faust. Take care. And more Twin Hook Pirates. Goodbye. You're all about to die. Okay, favored, unopposed. I want dominating because I want to win clashes with you. Then dominating again, more clash wins. Favored, and let's see. Oh, there's an unopposed attack, so I can do my favorite thing with Faust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
저야 먹구를
go.
대검을
Stay on the path, my lord. And Faust can activate assist defense. Also, that passive is interesting because it implies that there'll be story passive for each of the Kanto sinners depending on their mental state. Like maybe they'll get attack power up, or maybe they'll get stuck really badly. Who knows? There we go. Got our ST up. That's one. Oh, does that have attack weight? Oh, it does have attack weight. That has 2 attack weight. I didn't know that. Neat. There are also unique versions of those passive if you bring certain IDs. That's cool. All of them are staggered. I'm just gonna win rate this. There we go. Then kill another. Kill the last one. There we go. I'm gonna guess it's probably the Enclair equivalent. Like, the one that has to do with the story of the area.
세가들에게 은자를 풀어야겠어요.
That is a
이런
club.
경세스러운 날에는 조금 풀어줘도
Okay, time for
괜찮겠죠.
5-5 insubordination. The battle.
정화하고
Ishmael killed a man. It's just more twin hooks. Great. Favored. Hit neutral. Actually, no, I want favored. I want to build up. I definitely want to build up the. I'll start with Mind Whip because I don't have everything triggered right now. Damn it! Why does Ishmael have to go unopposed? I would okay with anyone else doing that. Because they don't need SMP as badly as she does. And Enclair kills another. Everyone else will do their thing. And unopposed, unopposed. Enclair is the one who's going to be doing damage. Unopposed, unopposed. Go.
시간 끌 것 없이 모두를 지워버리죠.
Faust killed him. Good job. Good job. Ishmael, are you? Look like you're going to actually. Nope, never mind. Unopposed. Damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
불가 위야
Everyone's right.
살지 못하리.
Start the stance. There we go. I think that's all of them down.
깨우치시게
I probably could win rate this if I wanted to, but Ishmael has ego, I'm pretty certain. Let me check.
불필요한 관심은 사용.
Oh, she doesn't. Okay, there's no risk of her panicking. I can just win rate this. Are you unique? You're just a mustache pirate. Never mind. You're not. There is one of those. Ooh, that one will go unopposed. That one will dominate. Then, yeah, Limbus is pretty damn easy. I'm having like no trouble with it. I don't think I've lost a single battle, including the boss battles I stumbled into.
불길 속으로
Go like that. Like both of the Effervescent Ego I fought, Dawnbeck, Spice Brush, and Donggrang, I think it was like Farmhand or Farmheart. I don't know what it is. But both of those I did first try. It did not take much.
무상한 목숨
I just had to read the numbers and learn how to do the fight. And it was easy from there. Just, they write everything down, so...
무상한 목숨
Ooh, the true Queen of Hatred-esque difficulty spike is in Kanto 5. So it happens here. Neat. Dagger.
한결났네요.
Lord's Judgment. Goodbye. You poor soul. Dominating, unopposed, 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 unopposed. unopposed, 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 unopposed.
집속불
Nope.
내가 주
Faust, if you will, kill this man. And then just that takes him out.
깨우치시게.
Yay. Ishmael's having the worst time. Bastards! When our boss hears of this, you're all finished. Now we'll kill him too. So if you bow down and beg for your. Oh, wait, I'm not finished. Get away! Get.
아,
Oh, that's
그거 잘
convenient.
됐네. 보스가 있으면
Nice. Now we know we can go up the chain and talk to their boss in charge. Let's stop wasting our time here.
이 컨테이너들은
I don't want to
쓸
have
수도
to
없이
crack
많고
open these shipping
그걸
containers
하나씩
one
억지로
by
여러
one
번에
and go
썩어가는
through the
시체
mountains
냄새를
of
맡을
rotting
필요도
corpses.
없고. 한 손 정도는
You can still point,
움직일
right?
수 있죠?
Please.
보스가 있는 곳,
The location of your boss.
손가락으로
Mark it on this
찍어요.
map with your finger. I wasn't sure when she picked it up, but Ishmael was carrying a travel brochure of Marlin Fort. She shoved it in Pirate's face, who struggled for a moment before pointing to the location on the map. As soon as her trembling finger reached the paper, Ishmael, wait. Well,
갈곳
we have our next
나왔네요.
stop. What are we waiting for? Ishmael walked out, leaving nothing but shipping containers full of both old and fresh bodies behind. What are the odds that the LCCB agent we were supposed to meet is still alive?
저들이 우리에게
Depends on how
가지고
rich
있는
they
돈벌이에
think we
대한
are.
기대감에 따르겠죠.
He could already be dead then.
최악의 경우
Even if the worst comes to pass, we should still find his body. That'll at least give us something. If that's all we find at the end of this, his corpse, Ishmael,
결국 마주하는 게 그참
I don't think I can forgive.
것 같다.
Who? Me?
아니요.
No. Us.
구하기
We.
위해
Who didn't even try to
어떤
save them.
노력도 해보지 못한
Faust,
듣고 있습니다.
I am listening. Should we do something? Is she going to be okay? I mean, Ishmael.
명령 불복종에
I can give you answers regarding her insubordination and her emotional state,
이런 상황에서
but this is not a matter in which Faust's answers can be of
별다른
much
도움이 되지
assistance.
못하겠죠.
Executive Manager, such insubordination and not rogue behavior would have resulted in the on-the-spot execution in any other organization. I'm aware that punishing the sinners is not a part of the authority given to you, but there must be penalties befitting her actions for proper management. If there are penalties I can hand out, Otis, I haven't been notified of them, so I don't think I can do anything to penalize her. You can just insubordinate all you want, you just won't get your wishes that the LCP promised you. Otis, you're always on my side. Pretty much always, now that I think about it. I have been a leader of men once, as you are now. I can sympathize with your troubles. I don't know if I can manage Ishmael anymore. I just don't. Though it looked like she was acting rash, maybe it was. Maybe she knew the right thing to do in this scenario. If Ishmael suddenly decides to quit or something, Faust will doubtless proceed to educate me on the various clauses that prevent Ishmael from quitting. But it's not like I could force her to come along should this hostility escalate. Besides, she'd already acted without my orders earlier. She did say that she'd follow my orders, but I wasn't sure how long that would last. Executive Manager, that doesn't matter. We don't need there to be 12 sinners. Are you saying that we leave Ishmael? Executive Manager, I have wandered for many years in far, far lands before making my journey here. And I have done so with steadfast determination, for a single clause in my contract with the company. I came ready to face all the hardships that the journey entails. Adversity, conflict, loss of comrades are simply facts of this quest that I must weather. Truth be told, I expect all of them to happen at some point in our journey. Oh, I will always remain by your side, of course. She smoothly added the last part, but there was a growing suspicion at the back of my mind that maybe not everyone felt a sense of belonging from this group. Maybe I was the only one who sought the sense of belonging from them. That we'd fight as one no matter what ordeal this journey threw in our way. That's fucking sad. This is all Dante's ever known. And he's just like,
부끄럽지
it's
않았습니다.
not as special for you guys?
의의를 바로 세우는 데 일조하였으니
5-6, The Club.
덧덧
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Ba-ba-da. The location, as marked by the pirate's blood, led us to the entrance of a club. Faint music could be heard echoing out from behind the doors. So, this is the place?
우리 중에 이런
Any of us been to a loud, flamboyant,
가본
deluxe dance club like this before?
굳이 우리 중에
Well, if I had to guess, my bet would be on you.
당신 말고는 어울릴 만한 사람이 없어 보이는데.
그거 편견이야.
Oh, come on. A flashy bar like
우리
this?
이렇게
At
화려한
my
술집은
back
거의
streets?
없었어. 장사가 잘 될 리가
I thought it would have had
없었잖아.
much business back there,
뭐 뒷골목에서
People would sometimes
몰래
host
벌이는
secret
파티 같은 건
backstreet parties,
있었지만
but Sonia Summer's
그럴
always caught
때마다
on.
소녀가 매번
So, why are we talking about this?
모르겠어 단테.
Don't you see, Dante?
입구에
Bouncers at the
경호원들이
gate.
있잖아.
몇 명이서 오셨죠?
Welcome. How many do you have with you today?
2명.
2. Come on, man. Don't you remember me?
기억 안 나?
I'm on the list.
영도는
Ah, my apologies. Please enter.
확인했습니다.
저것 봐.
Look, look.
뭔가
They're checking
쑥덕거리면서
something with
물어보잖아.
the guests before letting them in.
자연스럽게 저걸
You
뚫어야
gotta
한다는
squeeze
건데.
in there all smooth somehow. Well, since Roja's out, next in line is...
뭐야?
What, me?
무슨 말 같지?
The hell are you
않은 소리야?
blathering about?
줄래?
I'll smash your skull in.
나라면
I'd
어느
take that as a
정도는
compliment if I were you,
칭찬으로 받아들일
Heath.
것 같은데, 히스?
그런가?
Should I?
뭐
Sorry to disappoint, but my syndicate was less about music and dance and more about blood, loyalty, things like that. I'm more of a small watering hole or old pub bloke than a fancy clubber. Getting sloshed, drinking from old rickety tables. Yeah, that's more like it.
나
Me.
음악과 함께
Music,
울려
screams of fear and pain.
비명대.
Deluxe.
피범
Walls painted red with
병치.
blood. Dance. People with crushed
꺾여있는
joints
관절
forced to
숨을
dance.
쉬는.
그런 거는
Yeah, that's
클럽이 아니야.
not a club. Well, I
역시
can't think of anyone else
아무도
then.
없는 건가?
가보았다.
I have been to such a... I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. Merceau has been to this type of club before? Okay then, Merceau. Yeah, I didn't expect that, but sure.
다소 자주.
Quite often? What? You're joking.
농담이 아니다.
I am not. I fail to see why that is difficult for you to accept.
인생에서 즐길
It was
거리를
merely one of the
찾으러
places I
가다니
visited when I used to wander in search of life's joys.
저 클럽의
A
절차를
cursory
관찰해보니
observation of the procedures revealed that it is, in fact, a private
클럽은
club.
방문하기
As a
전
general rule,
입구에서
visitors
있는
must receive the
문지기들의
bouncer's
허가를 받아
permission
입장
prior to
가능하다.
entry.
문지기들은 대체로
Most bouncers
필드
are
이상의
of
덩치를
of
소유하고
above
있으며
average
무기
mass and
또한
likely to be
소유하고
armed.
있다. 이들 사이를 무사히
Key elements to
지나가려
getting past the bouncers are...
일반적인 클럽이라면
You'd be right.
그게
If this
맞는
was just
말이겠지만.
any other club.
이스?
Is she? Ishmael walked past us and up to the club entrance.
이곳은 조직의 보스가 있는 공간.
This is the home to the leader of a
당연히 일반적이지 않은
syndicate.
방식으로 입장하지 않는
The
방식도
question
있을
you
테고.
should be asking is what are the other ways of entering this establishment?
그 답도
And I'm sure the
조직원이
answer
있겠죠.
lies with a syndicate member. Easy enough,
단순하지
right?
않나요?
어떻게 오셨죠?
What brings you here, if I may ask?
저는 저는
I'm Queequeg's friend.
퀴케그의
네가
Your whose friend?
뭐라고?
퀴케그
Queequeg.
그 이름을
You recognized that name, didn't you? At the mere mention of that name, the bouncer's expression changed from that of indifference to disbelief.
잠깐.
Wait. The bouncer whispers something into the radio. Is he really going to let us in? I think so, but who the hell's
당신이
Queequeg?
정말
Are you
퀴퀴그의
truly a
친구라는
friend of
건가?
this Queequeg? What if I am?
그렇다면요.
I love how the LCB can change pretty convincing false flag attacks. Like, imagine if you're in a light club and fucking R-Corp decides to raid you. Yeah, R-Corp sends much more soldiers.
지금 어디지?
Where is Queequeg?
보스께서 물어보신다.
It's the boss asking. Right.
그러니까
So your boss is in the club, huh?
당신들 보스가
다시 한번
I ask again. Where is Queequeg? The twin hooks are on our way. I repeat, we are... I thought we were trying to sneak in.
아니요.
No.
이 안에 조직의
I just wanted to
보스가
know
있는지
if their
확인할
boss was
방법일
home.
뿐이었죠.
We should be able to get all the
그리고
intel we
가장
want from
많은
them.
정보를 알고 있을 테니 가장
Oh, so we're beating our way in. Of course, we are Limbus Company. I shouldn't have expected anything else. Yep, it's just more Twin Hicks pirates. So let's go.
시간 끌 것 없이
I already did 2 fully manual operations. I don't need to do another. There we go. So these are the engaging duel. 1, 2, 3. Pull it. Memory. Don Quixote is such. It's just a treasure.
한결났네요.
Yep. Ishmael is at minus
불필요한 관심은
15
사용하죠.
now. Oh yeah, it's on the bottom
게
here.
좋아서요.
Let's win race again. She should beat this.
조여먹구를 달궈볼까?
Okay. Hopefully get. I don't really care for. There we go. Time. Win yet again. Goodbye. Thank you, Mouse.
깨치시게.
I'm glad I still haven't hit a mind whip on the win rate.
본인의 승리일세. 본인의
Flames. All of them are down. Nice. Here's some more. Agile. Oh. Looks like we want. Where's Faust? Faust to do one of these. Power counter. So,
조여먹구를 달궈볼까?
it shall be done. Go. Really lets us be an engaging duel. Yeah, Limbus has very good. Just the mirror tech on its own, you can see why a win would want it. Swift speed protection. Nice. Oh yeah, that's what happens when a flash
최근엔 좋았어요.
with the tremor burst. Battle cry. Crimson Heat, one attack. 3 of them are staggered, 1 is dead. Good job.
직속불. 내
Now
가축.
let's kill more. 1 down. 2. Funny enough, our core P-Flip was somehow soft-locking people's games in this camp, though.
승리일세.
Last week? Wow. A new update must have broken something then. Because I know we're on Kanto 8 right now. If that bug lasted 3 Kantos, I'd be surprised. I wonder how. I don't actually know what Arcor P-Flip's kit is, because I haven't drawn him yet
부끄럽지
in the gacha,
않았습니다.
but let's
의를
go down
바로
into the
세우는 데
club.
일조하였으니 내일은
Let's recharge some
떳떳이
Fallen,
살아갈
use
수
box,
있겠군요.
go in. Enter. The battle.
준비한 대로만 하면
와,
Oh,
어느새
I can't believe they're letting us in like
길을
this.
비켜주셨네요.
Let's go. Yeah, Season 1 ID, okay. I wanted to correct him that the bouncers weren't letting us in, that they were either face down in some ditch or fleeing, and we were just letting ourselves in. But I guess I wasn't in the mood.
몇 명이서
Hey, you here with anyone?
13명이
Yes, I have 12 companions with me.
오,
12? Faust is getting propositioned.
저기 있다.
There, get him! Sorry for disrupting you.
자,
Okay, everyone, let's do the famous Marlin dance of our beloved Marlin port.
버프를 뻗고
Arms out, like this. Swing and lock, swing and lock. What's with all the booming bass? It feels as though the sound waves are vibrating my entire brain matter.
다 앞에서 꺼지세요.
Get out of my way or you'll all be sorry. Ishmael swung her mace, shattering a nearby table to pieces. And that was more than enough for the clubbers to realize the seriousness of the situation. They quickly ran to the exit and vacated the club. Let's kill some more Twin Hook pirates. There we go.
시간 끌 것 없이
Let's just beat this up. Ooh, Trace to the Sight and Sound lost a single clash. That's the first time I've seen that happen. This club actually looked like one of the ones we frequent. Yeah, let's zoom out a bit. Is it all like which parts of it? Is it the neon or is it the wall? I'm gonna guess it's the parts of the shipping containers turned into Florian walls. Because those are definitely sheet metal from shipping containers turned into, well, buildings.
시간 끌 것 없이
Both, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
지워버리죠.
There we go. Okay, these are engaging duel. Ta-da! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And Captain Lord. 1 step. Mind whip. Oops. Did it hit an ally? I couldn't tell. Thank you, Sinclair, for doing so much goddamn damage.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Why would you use Tracer for fight? Oh, I did win. That's fine. I was about to say, why would you waste Tracer to fight sound on a stagger turn? This is like a hard fight. You want to save that for a later fight. Okay, move on to the next wave. Oh, new person. A tough twin hoof pirate. Ooh, looting. That's interesting. If we could use that, that'd be cool. We have 1, 2. 1, 2. Yep.
불길 속으로.
Oh, we don't have Faust activated. Oops. We got somebody. Very much. There we go. 1 down. And then energy strike.
조용히.
And then heal. Okay. And then just protecting goes off without a hit. That just beat them all up.
시간 끌 것 없이
Everything will go just fine. Somehow. Trust the process, people. Trust the process. Again. There we go. Here does the flame foam. And healed.
흉터의 결과.
Okay, that's all. Only one of them is left, and he's about to get utterly gobstomped. 1, 5. I want to use all skill 1s to kill this dude, because I don't want to waste any on skill 2 or 3. Because those are the good attacks, and I don't want to use those on these mooks. Oh, actually, that was the last wave. It didn't actually matter. Great.
돈이 더 들긴 해도 긴급으로 하길 잘했지 않은가?
Yeah. Yep, let's go through the club.
동부싱크
Sampa Don Quixote. Twitch. Down.
시간 끌 것 없이 모조리 지워버리죠. 무상은 없음.
Crimson Spring goes pretty well.
지원했군.
Couple staggers. Yep, everything's fine. Win rate. Oh, good enough. Stab. Favors. I'm gonna power counter because I don't want to waste a skill 3 on this. I think I know how skill bags work, but I'm not entirely certain. I know that you have like a pool of 6 skills, and then once you can no longer draw from that pool, the pool refreshes. So it's possible to get two different skill 3s in this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Let's go. Everything is unopposed. You're so dead. Never use a shield skill against it. You are going to lose. It's a power counter. Because power counters are like how block skills worked in Runia. And those ones are actually good. Win rate. Okay, we want to use skill 3. Oh. We want to use a power. We want to use a couple of power counters. 2. 1, 2. Favored. Dominating. Unopposed. Favored.
시간 끌 것 없이
Could be the engaging duel. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Done. Here you go. Take them out. Take them all out. Mostly dead. Took some damage from that one. Only one unopposed attack went through. Good enough. Okay. You got 2 unopposed. You're gonna get a lot of charge. Wow.
불가 위야.
Power counters are fun, but they're as fun as TCT. It's been a while since I played Runeterra. I'm trying to think of what your... TCT. Oh, TCT. It wasn't TCTB. Yeah, if I saw the B, I probably would have figured it out, but forgot it. TCT. Yeah, to claim their bone. Yield my flesh to claim their bone. Still fucking awesome. Focusing on... Victory! The one way to not deal with the claim their bones is just have a Mook you can focus your attacks on, or just don't attack him, other than that one.
아니야, 넣어도 돼.
Okay, the first mate.
거라고 생각했는데.
There we go. The first mate of the twin hooks? Or are we establishing Ishmael as the first mate of R?
불길 속으로
I'm not really certain. Crimson Spring wins. Yes. Ishmael, get your SD back, girl. We're good. Yeah, Marceau getting the funny counter skills. A competition for having maybe 2 good IDs in total. Concentration. Please roll ahead. Yes. Yay. Engaging duel. Well. 1, 2, 3. That did not do like any damage. Wow. Flank thrust. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Beat him. Okay. Still no captain here. I've probably noticed that you had more skill slots. But none of them do. Right, Ishmael, thank you. I want you to get your SP up. You can't do that if you use the fire. Here's the pass. 1, 2, 3. Self-destructive purge. 1, 2. Nope, he's dead. Why does self-destructive purge deal stagger damage? Let me actually pull it
지금
up.
바빠요.
Raise the stagger threshold by 50% of damage dealt. That's why.
죄를 새겨
Yeah, that's why it does stagger damage. Yeah, makes sense. He's dead. So dead. Yep. 76.
흉터의 결과
N-Claire and N-Claire and M. Faust are competing for who's the best one on the team. Yep, that's a lot of activation. There we go. 2 of them are not taken care of, so I'll just do 1 power counter here. That seems to be good.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Does it? Pass, Bloom Res. Go through. Bajin, thank you very much. Tremor without tremor application. Yo, I heard you like tremor, so I put more tremor in your tremor so you can tremor all the harder. Mind Whip is actually targeting someone I wanted to. Nice. Oh, he's so dead. Oh, N-Claire, we're starting him too. Goodbye. There we go. We have 4. Oh, Ishmael, you didn't want to lose that. You really did not want to lose that flash. Okay. Go. There are no unopposed. 3. Let's just do
불길
this.
속으로
N-Claire, please don't die. Or meltdown fully, because that would be very bad. Phoenix, 1, 2, 3, 4. Energy strike. Nice concentration. That's a stagger. Definitely a stagger. I even think it doesn't matter what it rolls. Full stagger. Yep.
조용히
Nice. Heal turn can deal some decent damage and sinking. Both of them are atrophied.
불길 속으로
They're both dead. Nice. And then 1, 2, 3,
깨우치시길.
Time to meet the boss. And probably kill him. Or her. It's a city.
좋은 말 할 때.
You better tell us what their boss is before
대장이
things turn rowdy.
어울리지도
Better drink some more milk before you talk tossing around threats like that, laddie. I'm serious. Talker, the next thing you're getting smashed is your
머리통이.
your skull.
진정해.
Okay, let's calm down.
선장은 여기 없어.
Captain ain't here. If it's a hostage you're looking for, the first mate should know.
어디인데요?
Directions.
저쪽 복.
The last room. At the end of the corridor.
가세요.
Go.
그쪽 말고.
Not that way. Get out of this club. I'm sorry.
야, 너
Boy, kid.
뭔가
You're getting better at this, aren't you?
이런 걸로 칭찬.
I don't want to get complimented for doing something like this.
조금이라도
I just
빨리 구해야 한다고.
think we have to get to the hostage as soon as possible. Which is fair. We're probably gonna fight the first mate now.
오늘 부끄럽지 않았습니다.
The first mate,
의의를
2.
바로 세우는 데 일조하였습니다.
Recharge Echo Fallen. Use boxes.
내일은
Yes. Enter.
불로
Let's keep
정화하고
going.
깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Oh, look.
요란스럽기도 해라.
Ooh, you've certainly made the mess out there.
선장이
Tell me,
보낸
who
거야?
sent you? A rival captain? Or are you
아니면
looking to collect my head for the bounty?
그새 현상금이라도 붙었나?
Marlinport Club VIP room. Is Kos? I don't think Kos is here anymore. 'Cause otherwise, she would have mentioned something about this lady. The pirate. That white hair is nice. Is it also with the hearing? Ah, so you're the boss here?
보스야?
그래?
Yeah.
내가
I'm Smee,
쌍가구리
first mate of
해줬다네.
Oh my
부산장.
god.
스미요?
Smee. Captain Hook. I know who they're referencing now. God. Oh, God. The instant they said Smee, I knew it.
날 보고 싶어.
Hello, Captain Hook.
뭐?
Heard you wanted to see me. What? Want an autograph?
당신은 2인자라고.
We were last informed that you were the second in command.
우리는 보스를 원.
We seek your superior. Tell us of their whereabouts.
푸크
Huh?
그놈은.
Yes, that has to be drowning in a bottle of fairy wine somewhere. Wine somewhere. 3 sheets to the wind.
그러니까 실질적으로
So I pretty much won this
내가
joint,
지배하고
de
있는
facto
거야,
and all, you know?
그리고
And you
이
gotta
한국에선
understand our
고작
predicament.
향수
The
사업만
perfume
하기.
business has never been the most
엄청
lucrative
모자라잖아.
venture at this port.
그래서
So we're just
이것저것
looking to branch out.
부업들 좀
A
해보고
purely
있었지.
business decision devised by none
그걸
other than
시킨
yours
거구나.
truly.
이해했다.
Understood.
우리가 원했던
So you must have the
정보를
information
갖고
we
있기에
seek.
우린 너희 조직이
We are in
확보한
search of a
것으로
certain
보이는
individual
인질의
held
행동을
hostage
지키고
by
있다.
this establishment.
그 정보를
Hand over the
내놓아라.
information regarding his whereabouts.
인질이라니.
Hostage? Oh, what a crude choice of words. We prefer to call him our guest. Guest? Yep. Well then, how about a deal? Yeah, how about a deal? How about we kill you, you give us the information, and we don't kill you immediately.
퀵해그에 대한
Tell me
정보를
everything you
나한테
know about
넘겨.
Queequeg, and I'll see to it
그럼
that the
내가
guest
너희 쪽
you are looking
손님을
for is
안전하게
safely
내보내줄게.
returned.
심지어
Besides,
꽤
that guest of ours,
거무신
he's a big shot, ain't he? LC something's team leader.
팀장이라고 했으니까.
I swear to God, if they do Peter Pan as Ishmael hypothetical stitch, that can't though.
그쪽에 퀵해그.
Oh, and one of yours used a friend of Queequeg, right?
퀵해그에 대해
Tell me
알고 있는 걸
everything you
전부
know about
말해.
Queequeg.
지금 어디서 뭘
What she's
하고
up to,
있는지,
who she's
주위에
with,
만나는
the last thing she
사람이
said
누구인지,
to you.
제일
I want to hear
최근에
all of
남겼던
it.
말이 무엇인지 전부. 누가 이 거래에
I'm sure there's no need
관계했는지
to remind you who's got the upper hand
말해도
here.
알지?
Yeah, us. We killed all your men. I wish I could tell you. I really do.
말할 수 있었다면.
Goodbye. Time to kill the Twin Hook second in command, or first mate. Okay, this one's just for building up. Yep, let's get the 515. You probably won't win that, but you want to go for this. Yeah.
불길 속으로.
Build destruction purge. I wonder who all the rest of the things do. Gregor. All that's like fairy tales. I'm not really certain. I don't know many fairy tales, especially not the best at coming up with like storylines. I'm not exactly certain.
시간 끌 것 없이.
Yeah, I can't control who gets the clashes and spread out the SP evenly. Yeah, that ain't my choice. Here we go, flank thrust. 1, 2.
전의 결과요.
Okay, more of the same. Goodbye.
조여목구를 달고 볼까?
Chase the light and sound. Go. Okay. Chase the light and sound yet again. Ishmael continues winning. Concentration. We're good.
한결 낫네요.
Coerced Judgment. We're fine there as well. Got the Fanatic buff. This will do more damage next time. Rajin. 1, 2. Stagger complete. Here's the Flame Palm. Dead. Then Crimson Strike. Stagger again. Oh, more of the same.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
A-Res is open. Really doesn't engage in duel. Mamori! Come on, people. Finish up your strike. Spring. Hello. 1, 2. Defend. Cast the Lord. Okay, moving through. Heal turn. Mind it. Oh, it hit Ishmael. Oops. Messed up then. So, dominating. Dominating, favored. Dominating. What's her... Dominating, dominating. Unopposed, unopposed. Favored, favored. Unopposed, unopposed.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Really doesn't engage in duel. Even harder. That's what the skill's gonna do? Wow. Somebody... 16 poison pounds. Well, God is building that up. Oops. Saying lost it. Off the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Nice job. And let's take care of some more. How many more are coming? 5 more enemies. Okay. I think we have... Nope, we just need 1 more. Need to be sane. Yep, need more charge. Blink step. 1, 2. And increase the sight down. Goodbye. Does Ishmael have positive now? Oh wait. Hopefully. Ishmael, where are you? Wait, oh, there we go. She has positive 4. It's an improvement. I'll take it. Go. Strike. Force Judgment. Self-destruct first. Stagger. Oh, he's gone. Damn it! And Sinclair's staggered now, too, isn't he? Oh, the captain's here. And Sinclair's panicking. Great. Okay. Unopposed, unopposed. Dominating. Neutral. How much charge do you have, bud? Not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's see. Struggling. 315. 14. You can hit it, but what's your... You don't have enough. Agar is much better. Let's go.
불길 속으로.
Step. 1 down. Step 2nd. Not enough damage to stagger, sadly. 1, 2. Oh, she has ammo. Neat. I've only seen that on one item before. LCD Go through. And it's not very good, honestly. I think she's about to die. Yep, that harpoon. That's gonna kill. The bastard. Be alive still. 1 and 2. Cash. 36. Not enough. 1 more. Ishmael finished off though. Goodbye. Oh, she's still alive. We didn't kill her. Oh yeah, we need her information. Forgot about that. Wait, you better stay away. Lay a finger on me and you'll regret it.
난 뒷배가
You
있어.
have no idea who's looking out for me.
뒷배?
What?
그것도
It's
무려.
don't freak out now.
너무 겁먹지
A big
마.
brother from the middle.
중지의 작은
Oh, that's
형님이야.
bad. I don't know why it's bad, but that's the middle. They mentioned the middle. I don't know what the middle's gimmick is, but the fact it's mentioned is bad. Oh, a BB.
게다가
And the
퀵팩을
Squeakwag?
혼자.
The middle put a pretty hefty
넌 잘
bounty on a
모르는
pretty
거고
head, in case you didn't
상당한
know.
현상금도 걸려 있어. 감히 중지의
She not only
퀵팩을
dared to
선언한
quit
것도
the middle,
모자라서
but also decided to fall off the face of the earth. Now that's what you call
멍청한
prime
지나친
stupidity.
것도 정도가 있지. 중지는
Given that the middle never
결코
forgets.
잊어버리는 법이
Are they
없는
dorks? Also, it's called Big Brother. So, family? Family, maybe like everyone in there is like one big family. And they have like a book of grudges? Okay.
할 말은
Are you finished?
끝났죠?
잠깐.
Wait, really? You're still
진짜요?
going to kill me?
저희가 어질렀으니
It's our mess. I'm not about to leave any loose threads behind.
중지.
It's the middle we're talking about.
중지라니까?
The middle. Don't you know who they are?
잠깐.
Wait, fine. I'll tell you where your friend is.
위치 알려줄게. 그
The shipping container you're
넌
looking
친구가
for
집에
is
있는
we keep our living
컨테이너.
hostages in shipping containers.
아직 살아있는
marked
사람이
with the green
들어있는
triangle.
컨테이너에는
And these are
초록색
recent
친구가
patch. You
그려져
can go
있어.
find them on the east side, probably.
최근 잡혀온 거면
Probably?
동쪽 구역에
초록색
Green
색.
triangle, huh? What if there's more than one of
아닐
those?
수도 있을 텐데.
What if it's in a different shade of green? What if you're just
비슷한
blind?
색일
Get out of a pinch.
속이려면
Yeah.
놈들만
알 수 있어.
You should be able to tell. You should be able to tell right away.
거짓말
I'm serious,
아니야.
please.
들었죠?
There you have it. I'd say that's more than enough confirmation. Happy now, Sinclair? Sinclair was frowning, but Ishmael didn't seem to care. She stood there, rubbing the wrist of her weapon arm. It almost appeared as though she was measuring the amount of strength needed to turn Smee's head into pulp in one fell swoop. Wait, killing her could cause us a lot of trouble. We know where the hostage is, and I think that's good enough. Let's head back.
설득할 필요성은 안
I don't feel the
느껴져서
need to convince you,
알지.
manager. Kindly get out of my way.
그만 이런 거에 시간
I don't want to
낭비하고
waste
싶지
any
않아.
more time on this.
맞아.
You know what else is a waste of
나
time?
같은 거에
Killing
시간
me.
낭비하는 것
How about we just go our merry ways, huh?
아닐걸.
I disagree.
시간 낭비.
Ishmael! I can be pretty fast.
빠르거든.
Ishmael's eyes were still lost and wandering. She swung back her harpoon arm, ready to strike, and before I even realized what I was doing, I was leaping in the way.
관리자님,
Executive Manager!
단테.
Dante, are you
미쳤어요?
insane? Yes! I have less than a year's worth of memories. According to all notions of sanity, I am insane.
미친 게 누구냔 말이다.
You're the one who's insane!
명령
You dare lay your hands on our executive manager? Was insubordination not enough? Smart choice.
만약 날
If you killed me, a big brother or
작은
even a big
형님이나
sister
작은
would have gone
누님까지
after you.
나섰을걸?
Ooh, it looks like a big sister is above a big brother? I recalled the time when the exact opposite happened. When Ishmael leaped in front of me, taking the malfunctioning machine's bullets in my place, and called my name as her body liquefied, as though she had faith that my name alone would make everything right again.
방금
Did you just take a harpoon for that bitch?
조금만 더
If I aimed a bit to the side, I would have hit you in the face. Your stupid clock face. You understand? Yeah, I do. Boy, you really did wet the heck out of the harpoon. This really hurts.
뭔
What? Can you please stop it? You stupid goddamn quips!
관리자님,
Executive Manager,
방금 처자의 행동.
her words and actions just now are more than
그야말로
enough to
절정이었습니다.
constitute a full-on mutiny.
상관 살해의
She made the attempt on the life of her direct superior.
더 이상 방관할
I
수
can no
없습니다.
longer sit idly by and watch.
관리자님이
That you may not have the
직접 처리할 수
punitive
없다면
authority.
지금 당장
We must
윗선에
make a
낱낱이
the
보고고
detailed report of the incident and
처리를
relate it to
어떻게
the
할지
higher-ups of the
논의해야 합니다.
company to discuss our future actions. It's okay, Otis. I chose to get in her way.
괜찮지 않습니다.
This is not okay.
저자는
That individual has
지속적으로
consistently
우리의
and
임무에
repeatedly
심각한
caused
차질을
serious
빚게 하고
setbacks to our mission.
선을
And that, executive
넘었단
manager,
말입니다.
is crossing the line. Otis, I said it's okay. I didn't take the harpoon for that woman. I took it for Ishmael. Huh?
이제
What? Did you flip a
아예
switch and decide to become a
자초해보기로
humanitarian all of a sudden?
지금껏 손에
You never
피
had to
한 방울
dirty your
묻혀보지
hands with a
않고
drop of blood. Not even once.
오히려
You just sat back and ordered us to
우리에게
bloody
대신해서
ours in your
멈추라
stead.
했던 당신이
Do you think Cromer only hurt you guys? I was there. My body liquefied alongside the rest of you. The the acid burning my bones. I remember that pain. You were not the only one injured that day.
이제
And
사람을
now
더
you're
이상
telling us
죽이지
to,
말자.
what, ease up on the
너희가
murders?
정신적으로
What are you
몰리지
even
않았으면
trying to
좋겠다.
say? That you don't want us to get traumatized anymore? Some touchy-feely shit like
따스한
that?
소리라도 하고 싶은 거예요?
No, it's just my intuition. That probably wasn't very convincing, was it? No, of course not.
당연하죠.
Intuition comes from experience, from memories.
감은 경험과 기억에서 온 시계 이전에
You remember
당신은
Jack all before the clock,
더 이상
Dante.
당신
How can I
머릿속에
trust your
없는-
intuition? That woman, I think she's in a pretty important position of power, at least in this district. Killing her before thinking things through could complicate things.
반대로
Did it not occur to you that not
쓸려나왔을
killing her
경우
could also complicate things?
마찬가지 결과를 불러일으킬 수도 있다는 생각은요.
I just think killing everyone in our way, left and right, like this, won't help us in the future. In the future,
앞으로?
huh? Sorry, I can't. I don't have any better explanations for what I just did.
앞으로라는
I don't know how far in the
얼마나
future you're talking
멀리까지를
about,
말하고
but
있는지 적어도 제 앞과
I'm sure we have different things in store for us
관리자님의
there,
앞은-
Dante. Ah,
단테,
Dante,
다시는
do not
몸을
ever put
함부로
yourself at
던지지
risk in
마시게.
such a manner again. Come on, that advice coming from the one of you guys? Not very convincing.
그대는 12의
Responsibility of
책임자이니
12 lives weigh upon your
우리보다
shoulders,
12배
Dante.
더 조심해야
Thus you
하는
must watch
것이요.
yourself 12-fold.
또한 그대의
Doubly
죽음은
so in
다시는
that,
돌이킬 수
Should you
없기에
perish, we do not
더욱이
possess the
그렇소.
means to bring you back.
그리고
And
되돌릴 수 없는
ones
것을
that cannot be brought back
견딜 수
leave
없이
behind an
아픔으로.
unbearably painful void. Yiseng was right. My shoulder was an unbearable amount of pain.
야,
Oi,
시대거리.
alright, Clockhead?
괜찮.
Yeah, I'm good. The clock still works.
뭐?
What? That's
아니, 내
not what I... loony bugger. You're not all
이제 보니
there.
너도
Maybe it
정신
just
나간
took you a while to
놈이었나?
lose it, eh?
아니면
Yep,
이제서야
the only
다시
point
가버린
of
거야?
Dante's worth, or self-worth, is the fact that they can bring the sinners back. Everything else is worthless. They don't mind they don't mind the rest of their body fading away as long as the clock is fine.
우리만 문제일 줄 알았더니
You never thought at least had
너도
one sane
마탱이가
person on the
한 게
bus,
다를 게
but you're no different. We're all the sinners for a reason, Heathcliff. Heathcliff shook his head and walked away. We don't want to deal with one of the five
돈이
things
더
of the
들긴
city
해도
this early.
긴급으로 하길 잘했지 않은가?
5-11.
아니야, 넣어두게.
5-11
정말 두
shipping
배로 받을
containers.
거라고 생각해.
The battle.
여기는 순록 선멸지역 진입했어요.
You think all these shipping containers are full of...
뭐가
Right,
들어있을지는 상상하지
let's try to not linger on that thought. I tried my best not to speculate about what terrible things pirates might be hiding in that mountain of shipping containers.
거기.
Hey, who's
누구냐?
there? How'd you find this
여긴
place?
어떻게 알고 온 거야?
아,
Oh, hey, we're just here to check out
컨테이너만
that shipping
열어보고
container with
갈게.
the green triangle
하지라,
over
응?
here. It will be right out of your hair, okay? Let's take them out before anything worse happens to our agent. Time to kill more! Yay!
조여먹구를 달궈볼.
One thing I'm noticing is that it's kind of hard to commentate over the sinner fights because they're very simple. And the general way to win is just choose strong skills.
조용히.
So it's hard to do any meaningful commentary over them,
불가
which
위협
is a little annoying.
막아내지 못하리.
It kind of feels like I'm failing as a streamer. There we go. Deep breath. Check here.
이상은 없음.
Yep.
지원해.
Yep. Now,
이 결투.
한결 낫네요.
kill more pirates.
집속불.
Yada yada yada. Yada yada yada. Hopefully there's more interesting encounters later on. Because this is just boring. Let's just get this over with.
거스라.
Go. Fast. It's not a clash. Ooh. one favored, unopposed, and one flash. It's a one-sided attack, one-sided guard. But I'll activate that for gain assist defense,
불길
right?
속으로
Yep, assist defense gain. Worked as intended. And Grand Judgment, one. No, just kill the rest.
불길 속으로
Light sound, one down, and killing. Wow, there's really not much combat.
본인의 승리일세.
Combat is really like this. Victory. Okay.
돈이 더 들긴 해도 긴급으로 하길 잘했지 않은가?
5-12.
그대
More battles.
이 검이
Yay.
필요하오.
I think I'm gonna finish part 1 today and then stop streaming because it is clearly wearing on me somewhat. I want mine to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Mind Whip is best used when you have either no charge or a lot of charge. Otherwise, it is gonna get in the way. Thrust. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
좋아.
Goodbye.
집속불 내가 충전.
All of you died. You make my life so much easier. Battle cry. 1, 2, 4. He's still at minus 25. Snagger plus? Nice. Let's kill the pirates. Okay. Do you have charge? You have 6 charge. I don't want you to use that.
시간 끌 것 없이
There
모두를
we go.
지원을
Crimson String 1. That's important. 1, 3.
불끈히 지원했군.
Windhook Pirate, please stop struggling.
깨우치시게.
Where's Judgment?
집속불
Bye.
내가 충전.
Mind Whip, please stop. There we go. Mind Whip 1, 1.
혈이 남자.
I'm sorry, is that a clash called Hit Me Harder? I didn't even notice that, what? Oh my god, it is. Ishmael's almost at positive SP again. She's at positive SP again. It took a while, but yay. There's so goddamn many pirates.
불가 위야.
Why would they make this 3 waves? It's just a filler battle. Why? Is the pad out the time? It's like, sorry. There we go. First light sound. Yoink. 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 Yoink.
거슬하게
I'm sorry. How did I get a charge potency? How do I have 2 charge potency?
시간 끌 것 없이 모두를 지워버리자.
Break this light sound.
깨우치시게.
There we go. The battle's finally over. That took way longer than it felt like it should have.
오늘 부끄럽지 않았습니다.
Alright.
의를 바로 세우는 데
Mr.
집중했으니
Pilot.
내일은 더 떳떳이 살아갈 수
Hello,
있겠군요.
Faust.
이
This one.
Container
It's gotta be
bomb.
the shipping container.
이제
And here should be the LCCB
열면-
team captain.
정말
Everything I was done for. Huh?
저는 이번
Name's
작전에
Pilot.
투입된
LCCB
LCCB
Preliminary
사단
Observer Unit,
조직상과
Unit 3 Assistant Manager.
당신
Wait, you're
팀장이
not the team
아니었어?
leader? But the pirates said they captured the LCB team
팀장이라고
leader.
했는데
Hey, I'm standing right here. What's up with the obvious disappointment?
구해주셔서 감사합니다.
Anyway, thank you for saving my life. I heard so many stories about you all. The LCB, huh? What kind of stories, I wonder? How to make your acquaintance, sirs and ladies? I've been a huge fan ever since I joined the company. Why are y'all looking at me like that? Long story short, there was a whole mess with this other guy who claimed to be a fan. So yeah, you gotta understand.
그리고
Oh, and I've got a message to deliver you guys.
당신들
Hey, I bet you guys are chaotically running around somewhere in U-Corp, like headless chickens and messing everything up. Time for oof. Wait, I'm just delivering the message. Exactly as she said it, in intonations and all.
조심해야 해.
Watch out. Don't you
우리랑
think it might have
이야기할
been
때는
better to
적어도
start with
빠르게
a
알려줘야
anti-quote
한다고.
to tell us who she is? Abbreviations and omissions are two completely different things.
초보인 것 같은
I'll let this
한
slide,
번만
fledgling,
넘어보시지.
just this once.
주어 말입니까?
Who she is? Well, of course, it's none other than
소드 과장님이
Manager Miss Soud herself. I'm sorry, Soud's alive? How? Huh?
소드 씨가
Soud is alive?
살아계서
Manager? Did she get promoted?
아직 재활 중에
She's still in
계십니다만
recovery, but After Team
다행히
arrived
LCCA
just in the nick of
부서에서
time
빠르게
and
도착해
treated her
주신
wounds, saving her life.
아슬아슬하게 목숨을 건지셨습니다.
I'm glad it wasn't a posthumous promotion.
소드 과장님
Manager Soud wanted to meet all of y'all too, but couldn't make it on account of her being on a different mission. I'm glad she's okay.
소드 씨
Is Soud okay?
물론입니다.
Of course, it wasn't the smoothest recovery, but she's now healthy enough to eat some grub and hold a lengthy conversation.
아니
That's great,
그건
but
다행인데
I was asking
그걸
because
뵙는 게 아니라 파트너를 잃었잖아.
she lost her partner right before her eyes.
코앞에서
Oh. Pilot produced a piece of old folded paper and began reading from it.
LCCB 사원
This is a reminder for all LCCB agents.
바랍니다.
We, the poor team, are assigned the paramount task of clearing the path before anyone else does. Every bloodied step, every flesh given becomes another stepping stone for your fellow Olympus Company employees to follow into the
그
future.
길을 입사하자마자 받는
That's the very
신입
first line
매뉴얼에서
from the new hire
가장
training
먼저
guide
나온
we were
내용입니다.
issued.
저는 말입니다.
And I'm proud of it.
희생을
I'm proud of the
자랑스럽게
sacrifices
생각합니다.
we make. Most of my coworkers at LCCB just want to make a quick buck off before quitting and saying, say I'm the odd one though.
제가 유독
희생이
You're
자랑스러워.
proud of sacrifice?
진심이에요?
Seriously?
자자 이스.
No, is she?
저번에 고르마다
What? You
아이스크림
want
먹고
sardine
싶다고?
whale flavored ice
나도
cream?
같이
No way, me
생각했는데.
too! Why don't we head out and
어쩜
get some
신기하네.
together?
아니
Hey, let me go! Let me
뭐라고요?
How are you so strong? Roja grabbed Ishmael's arm and began practically dragging her outside. Well, just in case she gets into another fight, I decided to sneaky follow them from a distance.
이스.
Ishi, you gotta stop bringing down the
너무
mood like that.
처지잖아.
We saved his
사람
life,
잘
didn't we?
살려내는데 꼭 그래야겠어? 상태가 안
I
좋은 건
understand that
알겠는데.
things are a bit rough right
조금만
now, but
참자니까.
let's be a bit more patient, okay?
저건 그냥
Rojan, the
세뇌잖아요.
back there, that's just indoctrination. They're brainwashing them.
개죽음일 수 있다는
No one
걸
wants to
아무도
admit that they're
인정하고 싶지
just
않아서
throwing themselves into a meat
희생이라고
grinder,
포장만 하는.
so they wrap that neatly in the name of self-sacrifice.
알아.
I know.
그럼
Then why?
하지만 그렇게라도
People
생각해야
need a way to
견뎌지는
endure that
사람들도 있지
reality and
않겠어?
go on living somehow.
당장에 돈
Some
버는
people
거에
live from
사라지는
paycheck to
사람들도 있을
paycheck.
거고.
Sometimes they don't have a choice.
저 의욕 넘치는
Let's hear out our
친구한테
overzealous friend.
빨리
How about that?
정보해야지.
애새끼 달래듯이
Don't talk down to me like you're
말하지
calling some
마세요.
baby.
저희가 그럴 정도의
We're not that
사이는
close,
아니잖아요. 휘둘려주는 것도
But I'll listen
이번뿐이에요.
just this once.
알았어.
Fine. Roja seemed to have noticed that I was following them all along. She signaled me with a quick wink, and I was able to return to where the other sinners were before they did. Okay. Ishmael has some hang-ups about self-sacrifice in the name of the company. Mr. Pilot 2. There we go. Tis injustice that all stuff me out of thine ice cream, the John.
여기는 영 맛이
It tastes like
별로야.
fish, not worth the walk.
인어를
We could put
갈아놓나?
ground mermaid in there. Ground mermaid? In ice cream?
이렇게
Boy, I'm
많은
nervous.
사람이
What an
보고
audience,
있으니까
huh?
말한테
TOSTOOF. I'm sorry?
빨리
Talk.
말해달래요.
SFS.
다
Or suffer the obliteration of forehead.
대가리.
Eh? I appreciate you translating it. I feel a bit better.
왜냐하면 방금
She reminded me a lot of her LCCB before team director just now.
정말
Must be a hell of a boss, huh?
그러니까
Where do I begin?
저희도 황금
It took us a hot minute to
로보토미
pinpoint the
집의
location of the
정확한 위치를
Lobotomy
알기까지
Corp branch housing the
꽤 긴
Golden
시간이
Bow.
걸렸습니다.
Actually,
저와 대원들은
Me and my
꽤
teammates, we
찰투철미한
ran a pretty
성격이긴
tight ship.
했습니다만, 결국
but the Twin Hood
유사
pirates of
축구목을
U-Corp
맡고
backstreets
있던
caught
쌍갈비
wind of us
해적단들에게
sniffing around.
그러니까 이 정도는
Isn't it, lad? This be the cheapest bottle of oil in all the Great Lake, I tell you. What? How? It's just ridiculous. Y'all are telling me that this whale oil of dubious origins is worth how much?
잠깐.
Wait,
너희가
yeah, no
대놓고
wonder. You
신기를
pretty much
거스르는데?
antagonized them to their faces.
아니,
Okay, in my defense, those fellas were about to rob us blind.
사기를 치려고 하지 뭡니까?
I mean, couldn't you have just paid a bit of money for some intel, though?
아무튼
But anyway,
저희 비포팀의
after a thorough
철저한
search, we identified the exact location of the Lobotomy Corp branch with the Golden Bow.
위치까지 알아냈습니다.
황금 가지는
Did you find the Golden Bow?
네.
Yep.
그
Saw the
이유는
fabled golden light,
눈이
too.
부시면서도
Too
그렇다고
bright, yet not
엄청
too
부시지
bright, was it?
않는다는 그 빛 직접 보니
I had to see it with my own two eyes to understand what that meant.
로보토미 지부서
Boy, what an incredibly incandescent glow that was, even from deep within the Lobotomy Corp branch ship.
관측과 통로 개척까지
Observation check, confirmation check. All we had left to do was the docket was the report. Oh, our job, by the way, was advanced reconnaissance to confirm the presence of the Golden Bow.
그 과정에서
They say that plenty of advanced reconnaissance teams encounter abnormalities or get wiped out in the process.
작전을
We were
성공적으로
about to make our
완수했다고 판단해서
return journey, considering the mission a resounding success, when...
그 해적놈들에게
So those pirates followed you guys there, huh?
현장의 하루
Team leader Haru assured us that nothing was out of the ordinary, and that these, interruptions by opposing parties happened all the time. But,
나는 너희가
so, I don't really
SSR
care what you're
곳에서
doing all the way out
뭘
here on this
하든 별
creepy ship,
관심은
but
없는데 말이야. 이분께서
this gentleman
하도
here was rather curious about what
궁금해하셔서
business you guys
같이
were up
가기로
to.
했어.
So I tagged along. No
괜찮지?
objections, huh? Pilot's face turned pale with fear for the first time since he started recounting this story.
그때
That's when I heard the weapon slip out of our team leader's hand and onto the ground.
저희 팀장님
Our team leader is an experienced field agent with a decorated track record.
포기를 모르는
I've never seen her just give up like that. She ain't the kind to be so easily rattled.
옆을 돌아봐
So I turned to look at her,
팀장님
and the
표정을
look on her face was...
그건 허탈함이었어.
Say that was a look of resignation.
그러고 남긴 말이
But I'd be
있었겠죠.
correct in assuming that she had something to say at that moment.
이번 작전
Mission failed. Verbatim.
대체 누구를
Who'd she
받길래
see
그렇게
to immediately
반응한
give
거야?
up like that?
이곳에 중지가
An
없는
officer
곳에서는
from the
안
middle
된다고
shouldn't be
하셨습니다.
here. Again, verbatim. Huh.
엄청나게
I'm guessing the guy had like a huge fancy tattoo that glowed purple.
그리고
어떻게 하셨습니까?
How'd you know? That was the very first thing I
제일 먼저
noticed
눈에
about
들어온
him,
건
actually.
그
That
알수
weird
없는
looking
모양의
purple glowing tattoo.
보라색 그래도
Still,
그래도
I
저는
thought that maybe
승산이
we
있지
had a
않을까라고
shot.
생각했습니다. 우리 삼과는
We're Unit 3
실적도
after
좋고
all. We weren't no
대단한
slouches
분들이
and we had
많으니까.
some impressive names with us.
그럴 리가
You
있나.
didn't,
그 이후로는
and I do not recall
기억이
much more after
흐릿합니다.
that.
정신을 차렸을 때는
When I
제
came
뺨이
to,
바닥에
I was on the
붙어
floor,
있었습니다.
face down.
처음엔
At first, I
아무
thought
소리도
I'd gone
들리지
deaf
않았다고
and couldn't hear a thing.
생각했습니다.
You know, when a bomb goes
가까운
off
데서
right next
폭탄이
to you,
터지면
your ear starts
귀 근처가
ringing
울리지
and all.
않습니까?
But I'd burst my
고막이
eardrums.
터졌다고 생각했습니다. 하지만 그게
But that wasn't it. No,
저희
it was my
팀원들의
team,
고함과
shouting and
비명이
screaming, shouting and screaming.
끊이지 않고 섞였던
And all of it
소리라는 걸
combined into some kind of incomprehensible cacophony.
깨달았습니다.
I just couldn't register that at first.
그걸 구분할 수
Once
있게
I
되니까
recognized that, I also
그
noticed
소리들의
a
가장
deep
밑바닥에
rumbling
무슨
echoing underneath all
울림이
that.
있다는 것도 깨달았습니다. 마치
A bizarre,
지금 먼
terrible
곳에서부터
rumbling
울려 퍼지고
that
있는
sounded like it
듯한
was echoing from a place
기괴한
far away
울림.
from the branch. Bizarre rumbling?
예,
Yes, ma'am.
마치
It was
폭발
almost like a
소리 같았습니다.
distant explosion, and it seemed like
근데
others were
그
picking up
울림을
on that
구분할 수 있게
odd
된 게
noise too.
그 해적들도
The pirates suddenly started acting all
이상하다는 듯이
nervous,
불안해했습니다. 심지어 그
and even the big
중지에
brother from the
작은
middle
형님이라
was
부르는
rattled.
자체도 당황해.
작은 형님?
They all called him the
너
Big
확실히
Brother.
들은 거야?
Did you hear that right? I guess there really was a big fish
아까
looking out
해적
for the
부선 말이
pirates.
허풍이 아니긴 했나 봐.
네,
Yes, ma'am.
분명
Loud and
그렇게
clear.
말했습니다.
They called him Big
작은
Brother.
형님.
I wonder how those fools are doing nowadays.
낯짝들.
돈이 될 만한 놈들만
Take only the
챙겨라.
high-value hostages. We're leaving now.
저건 어지양도
That right
하나야.
there is one of the 5 calamities.
이곳에
We have to
다다르기
book it
전에
before that
떠나야
thing
우리가
gets here. We're all dead meat if we don't. One of the 5 calamities. That's a name drop.
하나 더 기억나는 건
One last thing I remember
팀장님입니다.
is our team leader.
제가
Right before I lost
의식을 잃기
consciousness,
직전
the team leader, she
제 가슴팍에
stuck her employee card
자신의
badge to my
사원증을
chest when the
붙여주셨습니다.
pirates weren't
그
looking.
해적들이 안 보는 틈을 타서 그때는 이해가 안
Back then,
됐었습니다.
I didn't understand what she was
그런데
doing, but now that I had some time
지금
to
와서
think about it,
생각해보니 막내인
she
제
did that
몸값을
so I'll
높여서
look more valuable. So they'll take me hostage
발견되었을
instead of
때
leaving me to die.
목숨을 건질 확률을
Me, who's just a rookie.
어떻게든
To summarize,
정리를
every
해보자면
LCCB agent was either injured or
LCCB 대원들은
unconscious.
전부 부상을
계획에는 없던
The middle got
충주가
involved out of
뛰어들고
nowhere, and there was this
거기에 더해서
calamity that even the middle
정도의
bloke was scared of.
충주의 무언가까지 닥치고
파일럿이
Can you give us the
지구의
coordinates to
좌표를
the Lobotomy
전달해
Corp
주실 수
branch,
있을까요?
Mr. Pilot? Of course. Pilot produced a piece of paper that had been folded over many times and handed it over to Faust. It's all right there, ma'am.
꼼꼼하게 적어놓았습니다.
Down to every last bit of detail you'll
서둘러게
need.
들키지 않으려고
I hid it
조금
from them to
은밀하게
the best of my
숨겨놓았는데
abilities. I'm glad that I was able to complete my mission,
정말
at least.
다행입니다.
잠깐만요.
Wait,
그 재앙
that
말이에요.
calamity. Was there
다른
anything
특징
else
같은
about it
거
that stood out?
없었나요? 있을 텐데.
There's got to be more.
흰색
Pale.
분명
It was
흰색인데
white, an off-white color unlike anything I've ever laid my eyes on before. It was towering and pallid, and that rambling. I'm sure I've heard of it before.
기억에 남습니다.
Is it the white whale? Ah, right. It reminded me of U-Corp Singularity. That rumbling sounded a lot like them tuning forks when they combined stuff together. Yeah,
그래,
almost there.
거의 다 왔어.
저도 같이 가겠습니다.
Let me tag along with y'all. No, no. I can be your guide in the Lobotomy Corp branch.
LCCB와의 작전 동행은
Wait, holy grail.
사항이긴 합니다.
Indeed, this was to be a joint operation with the LCB, where this was the accomplice accompanying us to the Lobotomy Corp branch.
단테,
What is your decision,
어떻게 하실
Dante?
건가요?
Tell him that while I appreciate his offer, I decline. People that get involved with us often don't make it out in one piece. Aye.
우리가 너 살려준
We just saved your life. Mate, show some gratitude.
고맙습니다.
Thank you.
파일럿 씨는
Mr. Pilot,
LCCB
remain on
도착할
standby
때까지
until the after team
대기하시다가
arrives. Then
본부로
return to base to
돌아가셔서
report your
보고를
findings.
부탁드립니다.
Ah, so they declined, huh?
함께하지 않는다는 결정 역시
The stories were true. I don't hear nothing but the ticking of their clock.
마음 넓으신 관리자님께서
Good manager, and their endless generosity, has also died to thank you for your
그
offer.
은혜까지 꼭
Remember
기억하고
that as you
돌아가라.
return.
알겠습니다. 그럼
Well then, best of luck to y'all.
그럼
That's all I needed.
제가 얻을 건
Bye.
얻었으니까.
Ishmael was the first to leave the room. Well, this meeting was pretty short-lived.
조드 씨에게 안부 전해줘.
Let's say hello to Salad for us, will ya? And please tell her that I'm thankful for what she did for us.
그때 저는
Back then, I couldn't bring myself to tell her even that.
못 드렸으니까요. 꼭
I'll be sure to tell her that.
그러겠습니다.
파일럿군.
You have endured well, despite the
그래도 잘
tribulations, Pilot.
견뎌주었구려.
오,
Oh, you sang! How kind of ya!
마무리네.
누군가는
It appeared
이
to me
말을
that he
남겨줘야
deserved
할것
such
같았어.
words.
저희 팀원들이
I want to see my team again.
무슨 막내라고.
They were all so kind to me being the rookie of the team and all. Maybe they're survivors at the Lobotomy Corp branch.
지부에 저희
Pilot's eyes, which had been welling up for a while, eventually broke like a dam. Tears flowed down his cheeks to the ground.
우리가 꼭 구해 보이겠어.
We shall bring them home. You have my word.
네,
And mine, too.
반 이번에야말로
We won't fail again. Ishmael noticed that. She's still here, and she doesn't like that.
파일럿 씨가 전달하신
I have examined the variable
우리
coordinates
기지의
Mr. Pilot
변동
provided us.
확인해 보았.
What exactly are variable coordinates?
저희가 찾고
Ships
있는
beyond a
로봇
certain
공지가
magnitude, like our
청색
Lobotomy
지형
Corp
부상
branch
같이
or the Marlin
기존과
Port,
큰 배들이
receive partial laws of the Great
데우스에
Lake in an
대한
encrypted
부분적인
form
기초를
from U-Corp.
유사로부터 암호화 상태로 전달. 공지안의 데우스의
U-Corp holds a
규칙에
strict
대한
monopoly on the intel regarding the laws of the Great Lake within the nest.
엄격히 통제하고 있기 때문에
Of course, the vessels that
정보에
receive that
상응하는
intel pay various prices
여러
for that
형태로
privilege.
치러야 하고요. 그렇게 전달받은
They use that
부분적인
partial
데우스의
information to
정보를
calculate at which location their vessels must be during that specific period to ensure a safe voyage, and finalize it to a standardized form known as variable coordinates.
항구선의 경우는
Port ships often
많은
send out their
고객을
coordinates to
유치해야
other
합니다.
vessels. as they want to host as many guests as possible. But vessels that prioritize privacy and secrecy, like the former L Corp branch in question, will never do so. So, the Lobotomy Corp branch we're looking for is kind of like a treasure ship, huh? Then there's gotta be a black market out there for people willing to pay big money for its coordinates. Impressive deduction. Also, unlike normal coordinates, variable coordinates are composed of lengthy and encrypted codes. Therefore, vessels sailing across the Great Lakes start by entering the variable coordinates of their destination. Based on that information, said vessels will follow a certain route, charted via their automated navigation systems that periodically confirms the current location of their destination. Wow, that's a lot of big words. So basically, if we enter the information that we got from Mr. Pilot here, we can somehow find your way to the Lobotomy Corp branch. It's useless in the waters of the outskirts, beyond the borders of U-Corp. Indeed, but the Lobotomy Corp branch is within U-Corp's borders. We will have no trouble analyzing the vessel's travel patterns, as long as we have its variable coordinates. Gotcha, then let's get a move on. Yiseng and Sinclair nodded with determination, while the other sinners followed suit and hurried on. Though I didn't catch a clear view. I think Ishmael nodded too. Yay! Yeah, that is intimidating. The pallid whale, huh? 5-15, ice cream. There's the golden bow. We made our way past the mountains of shipping containers and back to where we first docked. I saw Virgilius and Sharon on a bench watching us approach. The latter of the two was clearly suffering from crushing boredom. Sharon ate ice cream. It was cold but disappeared fast.
비리지 않았어?
Did it not have the putrid scent of the sea? Putrid? Karen doesn't know what that means. Tis a flavor not unlike licking a fish. Blonde girl licks fish? Funny tastes. Karen, shudder. Something's happened by the looks on your faces. Explain. Allow me to explain! Upon our arrival at the promised location... That is none of my concern. I only want to know what intel you have learned. And make it short. We know where the Golden Bow is. It's in the Lobotomy Corp branch in the middle of the Great Lake. Of course it's in the Lobotomy Corp branch. Do you learn anything else? We obtained its variable coordinates. I know what you're about to say. That's it? That's all you've got? Or something like something? But just listen to the trouble we went through, too. No, that's good enough. Almost makes me want to applaud you all. Oh my. Virgilius, there was... I know exactly what you're about to tell me. I will deal with it. Stay out of this. Huh? You look impatient, Ishmael. I see that our earlier consultation did not ease your anxiety. Of course not. I don't even know what's happening with my mission. We're wailing blindly through a misty sea. Yet here we are, shoving our noses in everything, everywhere. It's driving me up to the wall. Relax. You must know that no path is ever direct to the Great Lake. I'd not expect this much lack of patience from someone who spent most of her life here. Then I assume the mess you've left the manager's shoulder in is also a consequence of your impatience. That's... well, clearly an unintentional mistake, if it wasn't. If it wasn't, you wouldn't be sitting before me with your throat intact. Huh? Why do you fail to look further, Ishmael? By now, you must have realized what awaits you at the end of this journey. That contract clause you're so impatient about is bound to make an appearance as long as you follow the manager's peculiar misadventures. Your combative attitude against the manager will only delay that inevitability. It happened 4 times. That's not a very big sample. Well, I'm good at reading how these things usually flow. Huh? If you're so sure about it, then fine. I won't let the frustration get the better of me. I won't step out of line, not any more than necessary. Ishmael, what happened? You will still have to write up a form explaining your actions and the circumstances surrounding them. Gladly, as long as the guide is right. Have you brought us any ice cream by any? Bother not. I was merely curious of the famed ice cream of Marlin Port. I shall board the bus
얌전히
post haste.
이상 씨.
I appreciate the effort,
여러모로
Yusang.
고생을 해.
알아주면
Your appreciation is more than enough. He's not going to answer me anyway, but what are you two up to?
단테 씨가 물어봐.
Dante's asking a meaningless question.
대해 여쭤보시는군요.
Alice, that's fucking rude.
저들에게
Doesn't rub off on you,
어느
Dante.
길이라도
What?
안
Oh, they're actually supposed to bring a tub of real ice cream for everyone.
정말
No, but I just wanted to know what you did. I knew you got mermaid perfume or whatever that is. Okay, more pirates. Oh, actually, we got some more lunacy. 5-16 pirates.
그대 이 검이 필요하오.
White whale, holy grail. White whale, holy grail.
그 뭐냐 이스마일 씨.
So Ishmael, this Lobotomy Corp branch is still a ways away. Why don't you rest up a bit for while you can? Well, anyway. Yeah. Fraudulous.
아니면 내가 교대해 줄게.
Or at least let me take the next shift.
거짓말이네,
I've done
또.
my fair share of nights. Watches. Gregor's yawn betrayed his confidence. Ishmael didn't care. She wasn't going to move from her station anyway. Ishmael looked like she was waiting for something to happen, or maybe she was deathly afraid of something. She did not even for a second, leave the telescope, courtesy of Rain, most likely, installed on the modified Mephistopheles.
좋은 자세군 물게.
That's a good attitude, Swabi.
경기의 실패는
It has been
그대의
my
몰락이다.
long-held belief that letting your guard down is to let your comrades down.
내 오랜
I asked Otis her thoughts out of curiosity, but she simply replied that Virgilius had already acted upon the matter. If the executive manager would not take action, then that was that. She also explained that while she would not hesitate to clash with Ishmael again should the need arise, she would not continue this pointless tussle that only lowered the team's morale. I guess that's good enough. But we're in the middle of a lake, and as long as we stick to the laws of the Great Lake, I don't see us getting... There, ahead! Ishmael suddenly got up and hurried into the cabins as though she noticed something through the telescope. Attacked by anything, my bad. Gregor is just the favorite of Murphy. Like, whenever he says something, Murphy is going to prove him wrong. Time to drift again, redhead.
방향을 틀기에는
It's
늦었어.
too late to change course.
저번 같은 건안
That
돼.
trick won't help us here.
안개 생성자가
They went through the
모습을
trouble of
의도적으로
hiding themselves in an
감추었다가
artificial
갑자기
fog
나타났다.
of war. We're obviously their target.
우리를
우리 위치가
It's a matter of time before they catch up with this ship, now that they know our location.
어떻게
Deal with them as you will.
알아서 결정하도록.
저쪽 배로
Manager,
넘어가길
permit us to
허락해주세요.
board their ship.
관리자,
Are you sure that boarding their ship is the best course of action if we want to save our ship?
적어도
According to my experience, yes. Okay, I'll leave it to you then.
계속 그렇게
I hope you'll
희망을
continue to
주셨으면
make wise
좋겠네요.
choices like that. I sighed with relief as you seem to be going along with me for now. With that, I took a few steps behind the other sinners and watched her.
작사를 꽂아서
We'll hook their ship
배를
with
강제로
harpoons,
붙일 거예요.
force them into a melee range. Someone
한
grab the
명은 피해
helm and turn it on my
신호에 맞춰서
signal.
꺾어야 해요.
Then someone should be on standby, ready to shut the engine off at the right moment.
어이 거기.
Hey, you! Bring some extra rope.
넌
You, wait for a signal inside the
조타실에
wheelhouse.
들어가서 대기해라.
Ishmael's explanations were rapid and confident. Otis nodded along affirmatively. The other sinners were quick to follow their instructions. Watching Ishmael throw her razor-sharp harpoon towards the pirate ship, I started to feel that something was off. There they were, the sinners, working so well together like clockwork. Underneath all that, maybe all that mattered to them was their own goals. I was wondering if all the times I've spent thinking, hoping, and contemplating about our futures together were pointless. This thought lingered for a while in my head. Dante is having introspective thoughts. They are not good for Dante. It's the twin hooks again. Knew it.
집속불. 내
Let's
사춘자.
thrust. Get them open. 1, 2, 3. Up. Yeah. Mind whip. Good. Literally. Everything's fine. A lot of unopposed. Yeah, nothing my fine. Power guard's my better one.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
That's only a new power guard. Is much better than that. Fragilius does jack shit. Yet again. He is simply a guide. He will not assist us in any way, even if it might kill him. Actually, nothing will probably kill him. He's a color. He could probably survive the lake. He could probably survive swimming through the lake. Oh, that's not great. Okay. Grab a power counter. Only one can go off, so.
불길 속으로.
There's half the Lord. Cut us some slack now. The pirates aren't rats. You know what? You finished if he fights them. Oh my god. Fair. There we go. Stagger raise. Dodge in. 1, 2. 1, 2. That's a stagger. Spring. Spring. 1,
이상은 없음.
2, 3.
불끈히 지원해.
Nice. Okay, let's kill some more. Oh, we need another. Ooh, we need more. Only one will work. So power counter. Here the gap. That's the one that we want to do it with. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Well, I think 3, 4. Dominating, unopposed. Unopposed, unopposed, unopposed. Go.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
They're in the path of the Lord. Force judgment. If they aren't flashing, use their worst skills. Actually, damage will come on stuff. You need to win clashes. That's more important. And he's dead. Nice job, Ishmael. And he killed another. Virgilius, aka give me ego, give me racks, give me Tets to fight, or I retire. Sprint rate, and I need another. So, one unopposed. There we go.
시간 끌 것
The rest
없이
I'll allow through. Self-hurt, 1, and he's dead. Let's keep killing. Crimson Phoenix wins. Ishmael's almost at positive FP. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. One thing I'm thinking of doing, because if all the sinners for their cantos were gonna have like buffs on them during it, I should probably grab a good pizza fight before he goes canto. Yeah, that's fair. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
불길 속으로.
Let's kill him. You reach the sad conclusion that everyone in Olympus is a fraud. I don't know. Damien did kind of do Cromer like that. He proved he ain't a fraud.
부끄럽지 않았습니다.
Let's go to 517. Fight more pirates.
내일은
Charge Fallen. Use
떳떳이
another
살아갈
boss.
수 있겠군요.
준비한 대로만 하면
Getting Wild Hunt for Canto 6 is very recommended. I don't know what ID that is. Okay. One of them is dominating, favored, unopposed, favored, unopposed.
조여먹구를 달고불.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'll probably spend my battle pass boxes that I get from now on prepping for Canto 4. Because I already have a decent Ishmael ID, and Canto 7 is Dawn, and I have a decent Dawn ID. Dominating, favored, unopposed, favored, unopposed. Do you have charge? You have 6 charge. You don't want to use that then. There we go.
시간 끌 것 없이
Increase the sight and sound.
모조리 지워버려줘.
We won that. 24 MP. He has 0 Tianju Star right now. Nice thrust. Nice. 1, 2, 3.
남자오.
Step going.
결투.
조용히.
Yeah. Also, partially why I want to go to Heathcliff thing is because I have no good Heathcliff IDs. All of them are trash. Do you have enough? You don't have enough. Okay. So, it doesn't actually matter what's chosen. Let's do a powder counter. That's just more effective. Unopposed, unopposed. Oh, favored, unopposed, unopposed.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Self-destructive purge, win yet again. End player stays winning. So does end the bout. He does so much goddamn damage. Nope. I definitely do not have enough for that, so... Unopposed, unopposed. Grab that. What actually doesn't help. It's one assist attack. And unopposed, dominating, dominating. We have enough poise for that, so that's okay. 1, 2, 3.
시간 끌 것 없이
Trace the sight and sound. 1, dead. Step, dead. Gotta try. Complete the duel. 3. The dick win. Okay, we're good. God, if Ishmael had a Tails item, this would be so good. But he doesn't. I don't think so. I don't have all right now.
조용히.
There's still, how many more are there? There's more. Okay, we need to kill 5. And there's 5 left. Good. Yeah, let's just start shooting. Right? There we go.
조여목구를 달궈볼까?
Just please finish up. This is kind of killer. I'm not surprised for killing more of the Twinkle Pirates, but it's just a little annoying.
한결 낫네요.
거스르기.
Go. And dead.
하트는 좋았어.
Win. And critical.
본인의 승리일세. 결투.
Okay. Break them wide open, you said. Didn't get a stagger plus. Sad. But they're all dead.
조여목구를
Nice.
달궈볼까?
지식이.
We're almost at part 2. Nice.
지식이.
Hello, Ishmael Olympus Company. It's nice to see you here. Ishmael Olympus Company in game is currently being uncooperative. We'll say that. You crafty bastards! We're gonna board your ship first.
우리가 좀 바빠서
We've got
말이야.
places to be, things to do. Okay.
현올레
Now answer my
생각보다는
question.
다른 데로
Lie or
가는 게
flap your gums
신상에 좋을
meaninglessly,
거야.
and I'll tear the lips off your mugs.
그럼
Speak. Who sent you plonkers after us? We can't let someone who dared to lay a finger on our first mate leave in one piece. Your very breath being shamed to our syndicate. By Captain Hook's orders, you won't leave here alive. Ain't that bloody marvelous? I like seeing a good camaraderie.
나쁘진 않은 건데.
So, what'd I say about flapping your gums meaninglessly? Think your threats will rat us? We're no tenderfoots, you stupid sons of bachelors. Sons of bachelors?
천재기네 이것들.
What a clingy bunch. We spared their first mate's life, and this is the thanks we get?
스미. 그
You think this is
사람이
what
말한 게
Smee meant?
이걸까요?
That we'll regret it if we...
아니야.
No.
거칠하는 거.
Your juvenile whining, that's not from shame. Huh?
함께했던
When all of your mates lay dead, consumed, manipulated, and led into a meat grinder by a collective insanity of a madwoman. When you are left in an endless void where the only sound is the beating of your heart. Wait,
그리고
and when you realize that, your heart continues to beat because it's still desperately, pathetically clinging onto life, despite all that. That's when you'll feel true shame.
그럴 때 느끼는 거야.
Wait. Looking at the sorry state of your boat, I can hazard you have no clue what you're doing up here. Spare me and I'll tell you what you need though. I'll even put a good dollar to the boss man for you. Nothing to lose here, yes? You won't have anyone to put in a good word if you kill me. Am I getting through to you? Spare me and you just might sail out of this lake with your...
의미도 없는 뻔한
I'm
말을
tired of listening to
일일이
these
들어주는
inane,
한숨.
meaningless pleas.
방금 저게 마지막이었죠?
That was the last one, right? Let's go back to our
복귀하면
ship.
되겠어요.
Yep. Thank you, Ishmael. The ship was still as death. Its sails fluttered a forlorn dance in the winds. Ishmael got hungry.
오늘 부끄럽지
Thank you,
않았습니다.
Faust, for doing so much damage.
의를 바로 세우는 데 일조하였으니
5-18.
내일은
The Waves.
더 떳떳이 살아가.
The battle.
동구쉔크 3과
Don Quixote.
돈키호테.
Why do they have all those hooks like hanging around? Like I get that when there's a limit to the bit. So something's been bothering me. Wasn't it weird how they all seemed so certain that if we kept going this way, we'd run into some other huge disaster?
특기할 점은 아닙니다.
It is nothing of note, manager. It is but a byproduct of their firm belief in their advantage over us.
그것보다 특이했던
I've observed an oddity,
저
however,
대성치 아래
that it installed
날카로운
numerous
것들이
spikes on the lower
무수하게
side of their
박혀 있었다는
ship's
것입니다.
hull. You have all the Heishos? Nice.
백끼리의 충돌을
Are they not
대비한
for
건 아닌가?
ramming into other vessels? I have heard that such tactics were occasionally used in naval combat.
충각을 노렸다.
They were installed far too low in the water to be useful as a means of ramming another ship.
부식의 정도를
It can be
보았습니다.
extrapolated from the metal's level of corrosion that the spikes concentrated on the keel of the shipboat have been installed recently.
배 밑바닥을
How did you see the
보았다고?
keel of the boat?
가까우니
The water was
나가서
clearer up close than it appeared from a distance. Maybe they were trying to stop something from climbing up the ship.
걸까요?
Can't imagine that any fish would swim blindly into the keel of a boat. They're not birds crashing into
돌진하는
windows.
참새도 아니고.
별거 아닐 수도 있잖아.
Maybe it was nothing. You know how
해적들은
superstitious
미신 같은
pirates
거
can
잘
be.
믿는다며.
What if it's like a
그런
good luck
잠시간이야?
charm? Also, Gregor, why did you say something? Murphy's always coming after you. So now I have to assume a fish is going to do that. Maybe we should let assistant manager pilot tag along.
파우스트 씨.
Know anything
알고
about
있는
this,
거 없어?
Frau Faust?
관련된 정보는
No pertinent
아직
information has been
업데이트되지
updated.
않았습니다. 호수의 규칙을
The most we
유념하며
could do is
나아가는
ensure
것이
that we do not
최선인
violate
것
any
같군요.
laws of the Great Lake. Thus continued our journey to the Lobotomy Corp branch with the variable coordinates pilot gave us. Yeah, I assume a fish is going to climb onto deck and start killing people. Paranoia of the unknown weighing heavily on our shoulders. After an intermediate amount of time, Otis, we will have to steer the ship portside.
방향
What?
뭐?
Otis, who was looking out ahead from the bow of the ship, whipped around. Whatever Faust said seemed to have hit her unexpectedly.
어이,
Hey,
몇십 분
it hasn't been an
전만
hour since you told us that
이
we'll have to
직선으로
cross
빠르게
this zone
지나가야
in a
한다고
straight
말하지
line.
않았나?
예측했던 속도에
We are falling
도달하지
short of our target
못했습니다.
speed. At our current rate, we will be
이대로 이
struck
구역을
by the
벗어나게
next
되면
zone's waves as
다음
soon as we
구역의
exit
파도를
here.
맞이할 겁니다.
그게 이번 구역의
Is that the
빌어먹을
damned
규칙이야.
law of the zone?
맞습니다.
Indeed.
해적과의 전투가
Though our
빠르게
encounter with the
끝나지가
pirates
않았지만
was rapidly resolved,
시간이
we still fell behind
다르지
schedule.
않았으니까요.
The variable coordinates now point to a
변동
different route.
좌표가 안내하는 내용이
여기서
How much time are we going to have to waste here?
안내대로라면
According to the variable coordinates,
약 3일 정도
the necessary roundabout
이용해야
path will
합니다.
cost us 3 more days. Otis bit her lip with discontent before suddenly turning in my direction.
관리자님,
Executive Manager, I have a genius plan.
증진하는
A
것과
plan
더불어
that will not only accelerate this operation, but also increase the chances of security and rescuing the lives of the
신병 확보 확률을
LCCBH.
올리기 위해 적어도 3일이라는 시간을 지체하는
If we were to race 3 more days at sea, there's very little guarantee for their well-being.
없습니다.
Well, what's the plan? We keep going forward.
배를 돌리지 않는 것입니다.
I feel like that's stupid. With that, Otis slowly raised the acceleration lever.
뭐라고요?
What? Yeah, like, I feel like, based on the little I've seen of the lake, I feel like we should be cautious and not break any laws of the lake. So I feel like this is a bad idea.
제정신인가요?
Are you nuts? We'd be sailing right into the waves, you know that.
그 안으로 파도에 대해서
I know what the
들은
waves
것들이
are,
있다.
Swabby. I'm not as ignorant of the Great Lake as you might think.
네 녀석도
You've had plenty of experience weathering and
파도를
conquering
겪고
waves
이겨낸
as
경험이
well,
많았을
haven't
거라고
you?
그야 당연하죠.
Yeah, but that's because they were unavoidable.
정보가
Because we lacked
부족해서
enough information to
어쩔 수 없이
take the
맞닥뜨린
roundabout path.
파도들이었어요.
I've never sailed knowingly
알고
into the
지나간
waves
적은 한 번도
before,
없다고요.
하지만
but you still prevailed, didn't you?
심지어 지금처럼
And that was when you didn't
무한한
have
목숨이
someone to bring you
아니될
back.
시에도
I say this is well within our
그건
capabilities.
우리가 더불어
Besides,
작전 속도에
there is the
단축,
added benefit
관리자,
of accelerating our
그리고
mission,
소수
and the
졸개가
higher
올렸던
possibility
구축
of
확률
rescue that the executive manager and a few underlings wanted.
이스마일,
It was clear to me that
너는
you,
우리가
Ishmael,
지지하던
weren't
게
so happy with how
영
slow our
마음에 들지
progress has
않았던
been.
것만 같은데.
What is it? Did you suddenly gain a yearning for the 3-day sunbathing break?
건조라도 하고 싶어졌나?
Instead of responding to Otis's sarcastic remark, Ishmael squinted in the direction the boat was speeding in.
물결,
The tides, the odor, the speed, the color. That lake over there is
색깔.
the blue whirling lake of murk and fish reef. I haven't suffered its waves before, but I know that many ships have,
저 호수의
many of which are now lying at the bottom of the lake.
그게
Fine,
우리가
as long as we don't join them.
저
What if we just went to take a quick look?
아니다
And
싶으면
if we feel like it's too much for us, we can just go
되잖아요.
back the way we came.
그렇지
from, right?
않나요?
That probably wouldn't work.
다시 돌아간다고요?
Go back. There is no such
이
thing
호수에는
as going back in this
왔던
lake.
길로 되돌아간다는
You
개념이
can only go forward.
없단 말-
어떻게 할까요,
Your decision, Dante? Let's try following Otis's plan. It feels like a bad idea, but let's try it.
네.
Understood.
구역의
Crossing over the zone's borders to Target
지정한
Lake.
호수로 갑니다.
앞서서
You've got to be kidding me. Otis, you better be right.
기수 씨,
As soon as those words left Ishmael's mouth, there was a flash in the sky. Thunder? It's really starting to pour.
태풍의 눈깔.
We're in the eye of the storm. Wait, but the sky was clear just moments ago. How could this...
이미 파도가
The waves are
밀려왔다는
already here, manager. That was an entertaining display. Count on. This seems like a good opportunity to test that function. What? What function? Okay. Switching to Endure mode.
전환.
What? Endure mode? What? That's when reality began to sink in. What happens to and what will happen to everyone and everything that entered this lake without preparation for what's to come. What should we do now, Ishmael? There's this adage that every greenhorn sailor of the Great Lake hears before they set their first
한 번쯤
sail.
들었던 말이 있죠. 만약 네가
There is but one thing you can count on if you find yourself in an unfamiliar lake whose waves are alien to you. The colossal wave rises to its crest before us. Sick. Ready your weapons if you want to delay the inevitable. What the? I see that. What are you? Hi there. It's not your sailing prowess, your far-seeing eyes of a pathfinder, or the unbreakable bond between you and your mates. That's a hand. Many sailors fail to endure this trial, and instead choose to become sacrifices to the depths of the lake. Something's climbing onto our ship? Trust nothing but your own resolve to hold steadfast in the face of terror, in the face of calamity. Ishmael and Otis. Otis knows this one too. Though the raging lake may remain indifferent to the will of your existence. Focused encounter, looks like. These are... What are you? Wave 1. Let's see. There's 2 waves. This is... Whale of... So that's a whale? Okay. And mermaids are things connected to the whale. So they are sinking. Deal damage by sinking and inflict more sinking. And then passive Stasian Strand. Whale of the Porous Hand take damage when it's defeated. Upon death, deal 10 damage to connected mermaid and apply 2 damage up next turn. Not drop the mermaid HP below 1. Oh, this is a regular encounter? Oh, that's annoying. Hello, Ishmael. You want to win all these.
불가 위야.
Self-destructive purge.
막아내지.
Let's kill some mermaids. Dagger plus, it's dead. It's just fully dead. Untap. Okay, nothing too badly has gone on. That whale. That's okay. I think I get what Ishmael meant about the whales. Yeah, I see why he doesn't want us to go here. Favored, unopposed, 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 no, unopposed, unopposed, and unopposed.
불가 위야.
There we go. There's Master Lord. Yep, it has climbed onto death. That's a stagger. That's another stagger. Concentration, please land on heads. Another stagger.
한결같네요.
There's only one left. Unopposed. Favored. Unopposed. Unopposed. Opposed. Opposed. Unopposed. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.
조여목구를 달궈 볼까?
흉터의 결과.
It's dead. We got some sinking, but not that much. That's a big one. Will the Poor's Hand a soldier mermaid? A soldier mermaid. It does flush the wave, but sinking count and bleed. It's just more. It's just stronger. It looks like. It looks like we're going to have to do some. There we go. Dominating, 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 dominating. Power counter. This is better. Lower floor, a higher floor. Attack weight for launcher on self. Dominating. We have enough. Sink. No, we don't have enough. Okay, we have to do this. Okay, let's do this.
조여목구를 달궈 볼까?
Damn, the new Disney remake of the Little Mermaid is looking worse than ever. Damn those live actions. I didn't think they could do any worse. Another stagger? For the school. Memory! Yep. 50 protection. Nice. 50 protection again. Nice. Thank you, Faust. Shall be done. Got the stagger. And another one. It's dead. Crimson Spring. Never good. You get attack weight? Yep, we do. Nice. Yep, we got more damage now. Crimson Spring yet again for more damage. Kill, please. Energy Strike, Stagger.
조용히.
Charge enough for skill 2 now. Got enough launcher. Okay, continue. You have attack up plus 10. Okay. You have damage up plus 10. That seems bad. Dominating, unopposed. Ishmael, use your ego. Dominating, unopposed, unopposed, opposed, unopposed, 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 unopposed. Actually, you can use. How if you use a skill 1 Pinnacle?
시간 끌 것 없이
Counter Lord, that's 1 win. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Then Ishmael, if you win your ego flash. Yes, snag our boon. Yes. And it's like bind stretch.
그 자식은
That bastard has to be alive still. Nice. Boop. Critical strike. Didn't do much, but it was a critical. Critical strike. Mermaid is about to die. And Claire, you're not going to deal enough damage, but it will die this turn. Or at least this turn or next turn, because it's staggered. Okay. There's the strike again. Nice.
한결같네요.
The mermaids of the Poor's Hand are defeated. Victory. No words come to mind to rightly describe that creature.
호수 밑에 사는
The unfathomable
정체불명한
entities
것들은
inhabiting the depths of the
고래라는
lakes
이름으로
are
불리죠.
called whales,
그 안에서
and
나오는
those that
것들은
emerge from them are
이 너의
called
속하고
mermaids.
구멍 속으로
That's the whale of the Poor's Hand. I was really hoping to avoid that
마주치고
one.
싶지 않은 고래였는데
We took care of it just fine, so what's the problem? Is that one of the whales they were talking about at Newport? Do mermaids raid ships too? I read about them once as a child, but these don't look anything like how they did in the books.
이노랑
Mermaids. I still remember the horrible bedtime stories my brother used to tell me about them.
겁을 주곤 했었는데
그러니까
So they make perfumes out of these things?
베르
Welcome to the city,
이번에는
Gregor.
좀 도와주지.
Virgie, isn't this the good time for you to lend us a hand for once?
잊었어?
Really? That's the guy who practically spectated like a bystander when we got slaughtered back at Paycorp?
난 아직 그리고
Didn't even
구경
blink.
없었잖아.
Ah, you did wave at us though.
흔들어주기도
But I
했어요.
couldn't wave back because my
아마
wrists were getting
제
snapped
손목이
in
부러지고
half.
있었을 때라.
물론
Of course I won't sit idly by as Veslopolis sinks, even if it ever comes to that, but
천하는 내가 나서
know that I will take action only under a very particular set of circumstances. in which all of you are decimated. The enemies have crushed the manager's head and are about to tear the hands off that clock. Are you serious right now? Dante, I can't allow them to take the company's precious assets right before my eyes, now can I? So I'm afraid that you won't see me step in before every single one of you are dead. Great. The only person he's going to save is me. All of y'all are gonna die horribly.
길잡이 씨.
Mr. Guide, are you really as good as they say? Maybe the stories about you were just tall tales, you know? That's... no. Do not. Yeah, that's just not. Two previous victims of Virgilius interjected, albeit in hollow voices, to rebut Roja's rather dangerous remark. So either take them out or welcome them aboard with open arms, or whatever. I'm leaving it up to all of you. Well, we know that if you kill its mermaids, it does damage to the whale itself. Ishmael got damage? It was close. Oh, that's okay. Didn't expect that. Yeah, he has not beaten the allegations. Fraudulous is right here. Okay, time for the last thing for tonight. And we're finish up part 1
선멸 지역
of
진입했어요.
Canto 5. There we go. It's just more of the same. Venerate, go.
숯불. 뇌가
Create
춤춰.
the sight sound, bomb forth. Nope, they do sync. And we can definitely beat them. Concentration. God, that animation is so long for that attack. Come on, people.
혈이 죄를
Go.
새겨주겠어.
Ring thrust. 1, 2,
흉터의 결과요.
2. Clearing the path to Lord. Potential woman. Hello. Welcome, my Chimera. You are coming at about the end of the stream. This is the final stage I'm gonna do today. Oh, there's 4 waves this time. Okay. 1, 2. Yep. I finished up Intervallo 2 and all the minis between it and Canto 5. And now we're just doing Canto 5. There we go. It shall be done. Oh, you're brick wall in this Canto? Are you stuck on a fight or something? Oh, we lost one. That's not great. Okay. We killed some more, and we got past the first turn, which is going to be the hardest part. Favored. We want the favored there. And do we have... we have enough to spend that. So, there we go.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Right before that. Right before 531. Yep. There we go. Immoral enactment. Yeah. Beautiful. Kill the mermaid. Mind Whip wins yet again. And it's not gonna go completely out of control because I actually used it with enough charge this time. Dodge in. Nice. I think that's a stagger. Yep, stagger. Nice. Strike. 1, 2. 1. Okay, another one down. Okay. Not great. Oh, no, we have just enough to fight them all. Okay. Dominating. Unopposed. Dominating. Dominating. I want you to get... abuse the Ishi mechanic. You need to use Tremor and you have no good Tremor IDs. If you're doing Ishi, do you have... what's her name? It's one of the Ishmaels I have. I think it's called... oop, that's a hopeless attack. Branch of Knowledge. I believe in you. Do you have the, what's it called again? Zwei West Ishmael. Zwei Ishmael. Thank you, Shady. Because that one is a good Tremor ID, I think. Ah, bad. I think it's probably in one of the dispense boxes. Oh, you don't have any Zways? Ooh, not even Gregor? Wow. Yeah, I pity your luck. The gacha gives and the gacha taketh away. Please stagger? Nice. Yeah. Yeah, do you have Enclair at least? Did you use your Season 1 pass on him? Because I grabbed him with my Season 1 pass. Ooh, you do have Enclair. Is he, do you have him at Uptie at least 3? Because that seems like where you, because his is so good. I can sever it by my own hands. Ooh, okay. Yeah, because I know a mechanic where if you don't take the required amount, you can take less than it. And just get more. Just do Enclair and Ishii, I think. Because according to Shady, there's a mechanic where Ishmael is... There's some Ishmael mechanic. So you want her. I don't know what the mechanic is, but it sounds important. Go. Feel that. Yeah, let the fishy tank and deal damage. Oh, it's a cheese strat. Okay. That makes sense. Do you not want to cheese it? I'm gonna guess that. You want to do it, like, properly? Because I get that. I get that. Okay, please win. Yay. No, not really? Oh, okay. Steel turn. There we go. Energy strike. Nice. Forward judgment. Good. Forward judgment again. Good. Okay. Only one left. Okay. Unopposed. Dominating. Favored. Unopposed. 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 Oh, do one. Yeah, there. Unopposed. You just like running random teams that make no sense. Yeah, fair. Traces of sight and sound. Thank you. That is enough damage. The mermaid's down. Next wave. That is just enough that we can handle it. Okay. 1, 2, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. Struggling. Oh yeah, Shrieking Waves. That's not good. Complete that water jet. Then on Ishii, make a skin. How much? No, she doesn't have that much. Ishii, dominating. Then grab you. Crow's Eye View, please. The haste will be very helpful. I don't know what season the Zways are from, but I'm gonna guess, just like one bit of advice, go for the later Zways. Because the early Zways, from my experience, Rojin and Sinclair, well, just Rojin, I don't have Sinclair, but I've seen Sinclair in the shop, are very lackluster. They're not great. Okay. Ooh, that's not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you have enough, Honglu? How much charge do you have? Can I see it? Do you have charge? Where are you? You have enough charge. Okay. There we go. Yeah, you have season 6. Zwei is also considered the cheese idea. Yeah, you mentioned something earlier when I first bought her about like soloing some cantos with her. I didn't see her like that strong, but maybe Uptight 4 changes. Okay, send a Keisho Mao. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're good. That is a win. Goodbye, people. Oh, you don't have enough charge for that, bud. Nope. Goodbye. You're in the path, my lord. Goodbye. One more mermaid left. And Don Quixote finishes it off. Okay. The hand has let go. Nice. Yeah, defense. Yeah, just do defense until skill 3 shows up. And then repeat. Whale the Purse Mermaid screeches. How many left? None. Then this is the last one. There was something off about those mermaids that crawled out of that whale. A feeling not so different from looking at an abnormality or a distortion. Okay, there's an AoE attack that's time-based. I'm gonna guess like 7 attack weight. Mermaids, were they human once? I guess I should have explained better. Not every creature that lives in the deep depths of the Great Lakes are called whales. Whales specifically refer to everything in the Great Lakes that can parasitize humans. Oh, that's great. And whales give birth to mermaids. Have you tried to Pathos Mathos? I find it goes very well for me. And where do mermaids come from? There are people devoured by whales that came with the waves. There's no guarantee that we won't meet the same fate. Because a 20 skill floor is very good. And if you can beat AoE, it won't go off, right? See? Now you know why you could turn back the clock all day and fail to bring us back. I see now. The waves will be unrelenting, unablating. And Ishmael, who'd already weathered and braved these endless crashing waves, was starting to snap, strand by strand. I have a mission that I can't fail. Yeah. And I'll kill everything that stands in my way. Even if I were to stumble, even if every part of me were to fall apart, I'll see it through to the end. Determined and ferocious, both good attributes to have when setting sail on an adventure. Yeah, protagonist of the Odyssey, how do you feel about that? Because our voyage is just getting started. Oh? Yep. Oh. Oh. Okay, let's just look around. These look like crystalline lakes. There's more ships here. There's a lot of ships in here, so this one seems somewhat safe, maybe. But this one, a hole in the lake, and that looks like that's probably the L Corp branch. But what are these things? There we go. And now we enter part 2 of Kanto 5. Okay, that will be all for me today. I am going to, first up, before I do anything else, spend these ego shards on, who is it again? Heathcliff, because I want a good ID for when it's time for his Kanto. There we go. Oh, thank you, Mijimera, for the follow. I'll be streaming again from, well, just check the schedule on Thursday. Again once more, and then again on Sunday. So thanks for being here, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Feel free to stick around in the chat if you guys just want to keep talking about advice. I'll dip so you can just actually say stuff instead of having to spoil it for me. So have a good rest of your day, and see y'all later. Bye.